What up, people? What's good? Salute.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Salute to the tribe. We're hip hop and comics and hip hop. We're a niche channel. Reserved for the best. It's super dope. I do sell comics. Check me out on Instagram at 6th_element_comics. Yeah, because comic books are the sixth element of hip hop. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Reno Noir. This is the sixth element of hip hop. We got some special guests in the building today. My man Al Mega from Comic Crusaders. What's good, man? And the Black Heroes Club is in the building. Welcome to the show, you guys, man. We waiting on my co-host Stu Dog to roll in. What he's saying on the text, he said, "1 sec, stream." You know, he always complain about StreamYard. Hey, we getting it in, but it's gonna be a good show tonight. We got some cool.
StreamYard fault. He got to blame his Apple device. It ain't StreamYard.
That's what I say. That's what I say, Al.
Get out of Apple.
Can't blame the StreamYard. Don't blame the StreamYard. Yeah, man, we got a good show. We're gonna talk about Milestone Comics. Yeah, I've been watching the DC docu-series Superpowered, and they got a cool little segment on there about Milestone Comics, man. But we're gonna talk about Milestone. We're gonna talk about just race in general, racing comics, that kind of thing. Stu Dog in the building. What's good, Stu?
What's going on, man? Al Mega in the building. Wow,
my brother Stu Dog. Hey, yo,
what's going on? Oh, Al Mega. What's up, man? Chilling, man. StreamYard is just crazy to get into now, man.
It used to be just simple. It is not StreamYard. It's your browser. Stop the games.
Nah. No, it ain't. No, I'm blaming it on StreamYard. I'm sorry. I got
listen.
I
love StreamYard, but I'm gonna just tell you like this: if a blind
guy could
use StreamYard, with no issues, then you know it's not StreamYard. All right. All right. Blind Adam. He uses it, no issues. I've never heard him complain once. And Stu Dog with full vision.
Well, listen. You know what? One thing a blind man can't do. A blind man can't see the little thing spinning in the screen, so he don't know how long it takes. All he know is it come on when it come on.
Hey, wait. So Mr. Al, you're blind? You're like totally blind?
No, not me. My man, Blind Adam.
All right.
Blind.
I thought you was being sick.
Al, I would have ran with that. I'd have been like, yeah, man, I've been blind for years.
Yeah,
and I know karate.
I'm the Stevie Wonder comics and shit.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, and I know karate, and I know and I got a lot of comics. Yeah, I would have ran with that one. I'm sorry.
Braille comics.
Yeah.
Hey, there's such a thing though. He told me there's such a thing as Braille comics. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I believe it. I believe it.
I don't know, but look, I was actually saying that because I'm blind in my left eye. And I was like, "Oh man, we're gonna be fam, we're gonna be brothers and everything." But
I knew that was.
We're gonna have a brotherhood because I help a blind person. Don't you worry. I'm here for you, Black heroes. I'll be your hero. I'll be your Puerto Rican hero. I got you.
Gracias.
Word. So, and Stu is a big Milestone Comics fan as well.
Been there since day one.
Al,
I tried to find it, not to cut you off. I tried to find it for you. I tried to find it, but I'm going to find it.
What's
the Bible that they put out a Bible about the characters before the comics even dropped, and I was just, you have it?
No, bro, I saw it in the store. Like,
and you didn't get it?
Week.
Bro,
last week? 35 last week. I was man, and I'm trying to remember. I was in Houston. I was in this little Houston shop. I forgot the name of the comic shop, bro. But he had the whole entire volume. There's two of them. He had 2 volumes of Milestone Media comics with every single comic in there.
I would have bought it.
He was only charging 35, bro. And I was like, no, it was 65. It was 65. I had 35. And I was like,
you should have called me. I would have said, listen. I would have been like, listen, I just want issue 25. I want issue 25 aesthetic, and I need issue 16 icon. You can have the rest of them.
Wow. Well, I mean, the run is so small. It's only 92 issues. That's what the whole Milestone OG run is. Insanely small.
It is.
Which is feasible to get. Unfortunately, the latter issues are not because of the
production. That's true. That's true. He's 100% right about that. And that Bible, was ingenious. And here's the ingenious thing about it. You know how when Marvel or DC put out a comic, they'll put out a #1 or they'll put out a first appearance, and we'll read that comic. And I'll be the first one to say, anyway, sometimes it's boring because you're reading about their backstory, their character, this, that, and then they go into too much. You might have a word box this long, and you're like, damn, I ain't seen no action in this comic yet. What was ingenious about that at the time when they put that Bible out, it explained the whole Dakotaverse, explained everybody, their origins, everywhere. It showed Hardware's lair. Some of the weapons that he used. It showed how Icon, came to Earth. It just told it even told, it got so deep, it even told their political affiliation, whether they were Democrat, Republican. I mean, it was deep. They went real deep. It went into everything about the characters. So when the issues launched, it literally took off. So we already knew their backstories because Hardware's first comic, he was being chased by the mega corporation because he had broken there and he did some stuff. Oh, I'm sorry, Al. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying you said the mega corporation. I'm trying to say not me.
Oh no, yeah, no, not the Al Mega Corporation. Not the he does have a corporation. It is big, and they do some things that is might not be sanctioned by the government. But we're not going to talk about that right now.
Yeah, but you're right, man. This was a beautiful run. That was, however, in the 90s, you said it took off, but not really because
93.
Unfortunately, there was
came out 93.
There was a stigma back then. And and this even around my hood, ignorance. These are black comics. I mean, what do you mean by that? I mean, there's more than black people in there. There's us. There's Asian. There was
There
was even trans before it was a topic.
There was. They had the Blood Syndicate had a transgender character
before it was even anything in the 90s.
Before it was even in it, and his name was Masquerade. Masquerade was his name. He was a transgender character. And he was one of the first. I mean, not the first, but one of the first transgender characters in comics. Because you got to remember when Milestone came out,
way ahead of their time.
Yeah, it blew everybody out. Yeah, but not just that, Reno. It was just that they were unapologetically black. That was the problem with Milestone. They put the industry on their heads because you got to remember. I read an article before they even came out with the comics in '93. It said that. Michael Davis, Derek Dingo, Dwayne McDuffie, Dennis Cole. I don't know which one of them said it, but it might have been, I would say, probably Michael Davis, because at the time he worked for Black Enterprise magazine. I used to read that mag, and he was saying how there were he was saying that, okay, you pick up a comic, and every superhero happens to be white. So if Superman is white, and his father is Jonathan Kent, then the white man must be better, and we don't have any African American or any, really he didn't even say African, he just said minority superheroes. That's where he left it. He said we have no minority superheroes that we can represent, to have a comic that's booming, that's banging, that represents us. We had Cage, but what was he running around talking about? Jesus Christmas. We had African American characters, but they weren't they didn't dress like Al Mega. They didn't dress like me. They didn't dress like Reno. They didn't talk like Al Mega. They didn't talk like me. They didn't talk like Reno. They didn't talk like my man Black Heroes Club. They didn't talk like that. They didn't act like that. They didn't even have the same problems that we had in our communities. The Marvel heroes didn't, or the DC ones. The Milestone ones had that. They were take Static. The reason why Static was so successful because he talked like a black person. He acted like a black. He wore clothes. He had hoodies. He walked around. He was chilling. And when he got his superpowers, he never changed. He still talked the same. He still walked the same. He still acted the same. And that was what drew people to the characters because they were like, yo, this Joker's like me. Like, I could see myself in Static. Just like little white kids can see themselves in Batman and Superman. Now I got a superhero. I can see myself in Icon. Same thing. And it went on to be so monumentous that it turned the industry on its head because they're like, wait a minute, these guys are like putting out some real, like, some stuff. Like the Coderverse was not this gang written. You had rich people, poor people, you had Spanish, Puerto Rican, Hispanic, black, light skinned black, dark skinned black, Asian, all of that in Dakota City. It wasn't just a white metropolis with a sprinkle of minorities in it. It was
Right.
the other way around. It was a black metropolis with a sprinkle of Caucasian in it. And that's what made it so revolutionary.
And the sprinkle was an evil sprinkle at that.
Yes, it was. Yeah, it was. And that, but Al, because that's how the founders, Davis, Dingle, McDuffie, and Cohen, that's how they saw the industry. They actually wrote.
Do you blame them?
No, I don't. No, I don't. Not at all.
In the 90s, 80s, minority creators were treated like secondhand, gophers and this, that. The efforts weren't appreciated. I mean, hardly ever appreciated. And it was time. It was like, for me, Milestone was the image guys before image.
They were. And a lot of people say, and a lot of people try to say they bit image, but they didn't. They just came out, they just did their thing before them.
Well, yeah, they had the idea, the concept of creating this awesome universe of, independent by creators, independent universe. Again, it sucks because I remember being stuck in an elevator with Christopher Priest once, and I had asked him about, what's popping with the Milestone you? He goes, oh, it's all contracts, man. It's all contracts. That's all that was holding it up at the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, they have an original. Everybody's looking for diversity, and instead of race swapping characters, you have an OG universe here. Use it, damn it, use it.
Yeah.
Well, no contracts, money. What BS? Right? That's robbing us of these amazing characters that are representing us. It's the same.
Facts.
Right. Now, was that before Al? Did you meet him before? Did you meet him before Static issue 25 or after issue 25? Static.
What do you mean? That was
that's like 96. That was like 96. Because that was kind of like the downfall of Milestone. When they came out with Static 25, Static was on the cover making out with his girlfriend on the couch, and he had a condom in his hand. And there was no nudity on the cover or anything like that. It just showed them kissing, and it showed him with a latex condom in his head, in his hand, but he's got his arm around the girl. Right, he got a Jimmy. And inside that comic, they talked about sex. Like, they talked about having safe sex, unprotected sex. It wasn't raunchy. It was respectful, and it was something that was appropriate for the time. But DC was like, look, you can't do that because we got to sell these books. They got to be on newsstands. You got to do this. You got to do that. So they came back and was like, listen, Dwayne came back and was like, look, let's keep it a buck. Some of the racy stuff I see with Catwoman on the cover, come on, man.
Yeah, bro. Come on.
That and other places even not, not straight stuff.
Right, exactly. So he
following with this.
Yeah, so in the back of the book, he blasted DC. Yeah, in the back of the book, in the back of that comic, he blasted DC. In the panel, he blasted him and told him and called people out by name. Like, yo.
Oh, you don't
like, I don't think it's fair. And that was the fall. That was about 97. That was when the beef with Milestone and DC started. That's when the funding stopped mysteriously. That's
mysterious if you're calling them out like that. It's quite obvious. I mean, exactly. You have a big cartoon here. I mean, too, you have something wild. I mean, Static is still one of the dopest DC cartoons that came out.
Yeah,
facts.
It was. And it's still hype.
To this day, it's still
making new shit. Yeah, it's still dope.
To this day, it stands. And wow, I mean, sometimes you got to keep your emotions in check, man. You got to be a smart business person. All right, play them differently. But I think that's wrong to just call out anyone hard. Play the game differently. Be smart. Yeah. I mean, that's what they expect of us, and they're gonna see why. This is why we don't work with them.
Right. Exactly.
Right. Exactly. Right now.
For those who might just came in or might not know who Milestone or what Milestone is, let me just read what is on the DC website for you guys. The Milestone Initiative. Basically, it is in 1993, 4 Black creators founded Milestone Comics, a new universe of Black and diverse superheroes brought to life by Black creators and other artists of color. Milestone didn't just change the way our heroes looked, it built a pipeline for talent who had been excluded and marginalized for too long, and a system in which Black creativity could thrive. Now, with the relaunch of Milestone Comics and the creation of the Milestone Initiative, we want to honor the creators of Milestone by continuing their mission. So this is the new, they brought it back because Milestone, like you guys just was talking about, existed in the 90s. It sort of came and went and fizzled because DC didn't push it like they pushed their other properties. They didn't promote it. They didn't get none of the marketing that the other, especially the big three or any of the DC stuff got. So they sort of fizzled out. Slade in the building. Peace. What's good? And they've made a recent comeback, man. I think pretty strong. Dope. And yeah, they cover all kind of topics, bro. Like they were ahead of their time with representation back in the day. They in 1994, Static had a 5-issue storyline called What Are Little Boys Made Of, revolving around main character Virgil finding out one of his close friends, Rick Stone, is gay. And the drama starts when Static is patrolling the town and hears a pained shriek from below, and Rick and his friend are in the middle of a brutal attack by a group of skinheads. And Static scares away the thugs. And when he asked Rick why they attacked him, Rick dropped the bombshell that the skinheads targeted them because they were gay. And this is back in 94, bro. This is back when, like, it wasn't cool to be gay like it is now. Like this is back, they were way ahead of their time on all these topics.
Well, those were those were things that was relevant for minority communities. Because you had a lot of people that were back then. I mean, well, I ain't gonna say minor, but back then, if that's what the term, keep it in the closet. I mean, people were gay, but they just kept it in the closet, and they didn't want everybody to know. Yeah,
not everybody.
Not everybody. Yeah,
extremely flamboyant. They were out there, boy. You're like, all right, homie, from a distance.
Wow, you from New York, man. So they was you from New York, so that they had a scene out there in New York. But the rest of the country, it was underground, baby.
Yeah, one of my boys' cousins, was in that scene, if you will, and
40 Deuce.
Yeah, man, that was kind of insane to have him around because he just causes trouble all the time. Like, damn, I mean, because he family with the crew, it's like, oh, we gotta help.
Yeah,
it's a 90s.
Here's a little known history fact about Static too. Just a sidebar. His name is Virgil Hawkins. And Virgil Hawkins is a real life lawyer from Florida who spoke out about, so he took civil rights cases and things like that. Cool. So they actually named him after, a real person. So Virgil Hawkins is a real person, and Static is just just happens to be named after him. And that and they didn't even hide that. They didn't even try to. But if you knew who Virgil Hawkins was, then you knew. And I didn't even know. I think it was like my uncle or one of them had told me. He was into the comic and he told me. And I was like, really? So I went and looked it up. Went library. We didn't have internet back then. Well, we did, but I couldn't afford a computer back then. So I had to go to the library, people. Went to the library, looked up Virgil Hawkins. And
wait. It's Stu Dog. I need to explain something for the youngins here. What's a library? What does it even look like?
Oh, that's a place where they bury the large. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. A library is a place filled with books, and they use something called the Dewey Decimal System in order to locate the book that you were looking for. Oh, books. They're these large rectangular things that you open it. They have words in them, and you can, receive knowledge from them just by reading and interacting with them without a computer screen. All you need is light, and you're good to go. In a quiet place. Doesn't cost you anything.
It's like an MP3 player.
Yeah. It's like an MP3 player that just ain't hooked up to the internet.
It's augmented reality without the internet.
Yeah, without the internet. Yeah. The most important thing about a book is you have to do something that these kids don't do nowadays. If you have to use your imagination, and not to get off topic, but I had a discussion with a guy the other day. And Al, you probably can really relate to this. We're talking about the never-ending story and how the end when Atreyu, and See, Black Heroes Club, he know where I'm getting ready to go with this. Atreyu, when Atreyu's talking to the wolf at the end of the movie, and he's explaining to Atreyu about the nothing, and it's because Atreyu just didn't get it. When you read that book, which I did read, he explains to him that, listen, I've been to the real world, and I went there as a werewolf. And the problem with our world is that people in that world stop dreaming. They stopped having imaginations. And when people stop having imaginations, they're very easy to control. And they don't branch out. They don't do different things. They don't come out with new things. They don't have new ideas. They're puppets. They're robots. And he told Atreyu, as long as that keeps happening, our world will keep getting eaten up by the nothing. And then that's when Atreyu told him who he was. But the wolf, it's a longer speech. I'm giving y'all a short version. And the book is deep. It's longer.
Yeah,
but
bro.
It's basically about control.
In, bro.
No, I'm just agreeing with Stu Dog. I read the book too. I'm the nerd. Back then we couldn't afford to go to the movie. No, I'm joking. But in the library, that's all I had. So I would grab a book and I would read to myself. And The Never Ending Story is actually a really well written book. You were talking about imagination, and like we would have to use our imagination, but it would describe it word for word. What they did to the wolf at the very end of The Never Ending Story, they actually go into detail, like describing him in the book.
Yes,
the way he smells, the way that he moves, the way
he looks. Yeah, they
bro,
talk about his teeth, everything.
Yeah, they talk about the smell, everything, man.
Yeah,
that's dope, bro. I'm definitely gonna read that joint.
Now you got Reno. It's a good.
I haven't read it.
It is really. Did you know that in that movie there were everybody in that movie was not an American actor, and the guy that played Atreyu, he actually broke his back, in the horse scene, like riding the horse. He fell off the horse. And broke his back.
So was the horse's name Bane?
Yeah, I hope so. It might have been, but the horse broke him. The horse broke his back. Bane broke his back, and it actually took him, I think, a year. It took him 2 years to film the movie instead of a year, and because he had to heal. And when I saw an interview with him one time, on my DVD for The Never Ending Story, which is something that kids don't. They don't like DVDs, but if you buy DVDs, they come with these things called extras and interviews. And in the interview, he was talking about how he broke his back and he had to heal before he could start filming again. He also said, which was interesting too, he said everything in that movie, and everything was filmed on a soundstage. It was literally on a stage. Even the part where he was walking with the horse through the swamp, that's all set up. That was all created just for the movie.
Beautiful.
He said that part with the horse, that I forget what part, but he said he fell off the horse, he broke his back, and he was unable to move. And when they asked him about the movie, he says that movie almost killed me. That's why he never came back for part 2. I think he came back in 2, but he didn't come back for 3, or he didn't come. But I know he didn't come back for that movie. They did a part 3.
Oh, yeah,
I think it's part 4. I think it's like 4. I think it's like 4 parts.
Well, it's a never-ending story. It's never supposed to end.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But we gotta flip it back, though, Reno.
Yeah.
Let's go back. I just want to throw that out there.
About people that whose backs are getting broken. Whose back can't be broken. Icons. All right.
Icon. Yes. And if you want to talk about Icon, let's do it. Icon is a direct. He's a direct version of Superman, but not. And what you got to understand about Icon,
he was in slavery. Instead of his parents were slaves, he came down.
Check it, Reno. They actually did it. Yes, they actually did a thing about that where the comparison was in I think it was Worlds Collide #1, which came out like '94. Where they talk about there was a character named Rift, and he had Superman in one hand and Icon in the other. And he talked about, which was dope, man, because you got to read it. And he talks about the similarities and the differences between them that are based on the colors of their skin and the opportunities that they will offer, because they're both from other worlds. Neither one of them came to Earth. What you have to say is, if you come to America and you're white, you're offered different opportunities than you are if you're black and you come to America. Whereas in Icon landed in a swamp and took the physical form of a black man like Martial Manhunter, but he's stuck in that form. So, but he still has his alien powers, and he was a slave. Whereas
So
a
it's like,
Superman landed in Kansas, and he had two white parents, and he had the upbringing, and he had the Kansas this, the Kansas that. They lived on
and
a
he happened to be
farm,
white.
and he happened to be white. This that. So Rift is explaining that to them, and everyone that's listening, like that is the difference. Like the difference between these people are that they both come from other worlds, but they're different based on race, but the same because they're aliens. Neither one of them is from here, but they were offered different opportunities based on their race. And that's like Al Mega said in the beginning, these guys are writing these stories based on their interaction with the industry, and they're calling the industry out on these things at the same time, saying like, look, the rules aren't the same for us as it is for them when they write comics. But we gotta strictly follow the rules where they loosely follow the rules.
We have to follow their pattern, even though it's not our culture. Like, yo, dude, we don't do
Right.
things like that. Why are you trying to, make us
Put
follow
you-
something that's not us?
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
And
But you
Milestone
gotta get
came
super.
along, created some.
Puerto
That-
Rico's
that-
not supposed to celebrate Christmas. We celebrate Los Tres Reyes, but they want to put us in our minds. No, we got to celebrate Christmas because you're Americans now. That's an example.
A
Yeah.
perfect
And
example.
now Rocket, you have to understand Rocket too. When you read Icon comics, a lot of people, and I didn't even know it when I first read it, and when I went back and read a lot of them, Diamond Onyx piece. Rocket, when you read Milestone Comics and you read Icon, the story is being told from Rocket's eyes, not Icon's. And Rocket was pregnant at the time. She was pregnant and fighting crime, which was dope because we never had that. We never had like she's a black woman, she's empowered, she's fighting crime. And she also they talked about stuff like she wanted to be a writer like Toni Morrison. Like who talks about Toni Morrison in comics? And that's what Icon that was like one of her things. Like she was like, I want to be a writer, I want to be like Toni Morrison. They talked about that in there. And people don't give that book credit for things like that, for her being a strong black woman, a stand-up black woman. She wasn't the sex symbol. She didn't have half her breasts hanging out. This that. She wore a tight uniform because you need one to fight crime. I do know this, but
booty is track. Booty always
you need it right. You need a tight uniform to fight crime. Yeah, but she was.
Go ahead, man.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Black.
No, I'm just agreeing with you, man. I got the Icon issue number, Blood Syndicate versus Icon and Rocket. It's issue number 6, and inside the issue, like you were talking about.
Can you turn your phone sideways?
No, I don't think he has it switched.
It's not gonna flip. Okay, I thought it would flip.
Just put it
he probably got the screen lock on. He probably got the screen lock on.
You're good. Just hold the book in the middle.
It's all fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Yeah.
All right, so this is Rocket, and she gets hit by I forgot his name, but anyway, when she gets like hit towards a building, she mentions that this is no way.
Holocaust.
Yeah, Holocaust. This is no way to treat a mother to be. So in this issue, she's like pregnant. So I think that this is either this has to be the first issue they mention it.
Yeah.
And then in the next issues, like she has to give birth. And then they even tackle even deeper issues with her getting on drugs. I forgot the drug that she ended up getting on. Here's another black female Rocket that I also have to host on my page because her sister, I think it is, or her best friend ended up taking the mantle as Rocket for a while. So it wasn't always this Rocket. It was actually another Rocket that had a completely different name. But I wonder if they're going to mention her in the new upcoming milestones. Like, I wonder if they're going to bring more characters like that out. But
let's hope.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Let's hope they dive into the universe because again, it is a vast universe that these legends left behind. I mean, I can't imagine what else Dwayne McDuffie would have had in store for us. Oh God, can you imagine?
Oh,
actually, he's but like with this Static. So if you ever watch Static Shock, so I need to make sure I'm pronouncing his name right. Ajana. Anyway, he's the first Black hero that Static meets on his trip to Africa.
Anansi.
Yes, Anansi.
Yeah.
So he actually doesn't. I think this is his first appearance in comics because Warner Brothers created a Nazi, and he's the guy, or he's plays tricks and he's one of the people of illusion, trickery, etc., etc. So this is going to be fun to see what Milestone does with these characters. Like this is the new one too, Icon versus Hardware.
Yeah,
dope.
I got the whole runs, bro. Love them.
When you open them up, it's just like it looks good, man. It looks good.
Yeah, I like the card back cover too.
And did you even get the John Ridley, the other history of the DC universe, which also told stories of the Milestone universe, which was amazing.
Yes. All right. So I host one of I host one of the images on my page, and they go into like the details of the Teen Titans because see, we think of Hardware and Icon Man and even Steel from time to time, but we got to go back to like Bumblebee and see that she is the first Black female. I want to say she's the first Black female character to make her appearance in comics, but it might be Storm or something like that. Anyway, so Bumblebee is with the Teen Titans. She's smart, she's beautiful, and she also gets with her boyfriend who helps the Teen Titans, Mal. It goes into those untold stories. And I mean, it's a beautiful thing that I really would like to see DC try to bring to life. I don't know why they won't bring that to life. They brought Batgirl or Batwoman to life. They brought Naomi to life. I don't understand. It must be a Milestone thing that they don't bring.
No. There's a quota.
Yeah.
There's a quota. Wait a minute. X amount of brown, and then we got to kill one brown off in order to bring a new brown in. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it is. The strategy. Don't trust these people.
I'd agree. Because you got to think about Rocket. When you read Icon, Icon's not the leader of that group. It's Rocket. Rocket's the leader. You had Storm, right? Yeah, you had Storm in comics, but she wasn't never the leader. She was part of the X-Men. She was represented.
She was also the soul, though. She was a soul. She had
right. She was a soul.
So she was she wasn't the leader, but she was somebody you still looked on for advice for some odd reason because she had a leadership appeal to her.
Yeah, she did.
And Storm was the
Rocket. Yeah, she was. And but after Rocket was the leader of Icon and Rocket. That's the thing. Rocket was such a strong African American female character that you could not ignore her. They wrote her like that on purpose. They wanted this, like I said, the story is being told through Rocket's eyes, not Icon's. And that's what a lot of people miss when they read that comic, man. I've read all of that. Blood Syndicate was another one. Now, when I read Blood Syndicate, I was blown the F away, bro. I was blown away.
I got that baby too, bro.
I was blown away when I read Blood Syndicate.
That's the classic joint. Yeah.
Black Heroes Club. You gonna make me dig my comics up, right? But I got them joints.
You supposed to already do that,
joints, man. I got them joints, but
I thought you was gonna have them out.
Me too.
I know, man. I got a lot. I got to go through a lot to get them, man. It's a lot I got to go through. But
I got basically all the keys, all my first absence and then I'm gonna do the run. But instead, I have a heavier run. I'm trying to do, which is the Conan run. So don't even ask. I'm gonna be there for a while. But I want to do this Milestone run for real. And like you said, Stu, talking about that character, this is why you see her kind of being a character that's forefront in the animation, right?
Yep.
She's the chosen one. I mean, you don't see any other characters from Milestone in the forefront outside of Rocket.
You don't. Yep. You really don't.
And you hardly see Icon. I don't think I remember ever seeing Hardware. I mean, where the hell is our Milestone cartoon? We're waiting, DC.
Yeah.
Well, I got something. Well, check it out, Omega. I got something for you. Did some digging before the show, and James Gunn is actually went on record and said that a fan called him out on Twitter and asked him, like, what's up with Milestone, man? We're gonna get some of those characters or what?
Come on, man.
And James Gunn actually came on and said, yes. Now we do know there is a static movie in the works. We know that. So they're probably writing the story, but there's a strike, so ain't no story going on right now. But we do know that we do know that they want to do and they are going to do a static live action movie. And we know James Gunn likes to dig deep in the character locker.
Wait,
know
pause,
that.
please. Wait, come back. I've not heard the live action static. When are they gonna try to do that?
Before the end of this decade.
And with who?
Because we don't know that. We don't know. We don't know that part. We do know it's coming. It's in James Gunn's 10-year plan. Static will be in that 10-year plan, and we just don't know who's going to play Static, and we don't have any details.
Where is that at?
That's been announced. I've been waiting.
That's been announced.
I've been waiting since 2000 on Static.
Well, apparently Michael B. Jordan is a producer.
Fire.
This was announced back in 2020.
I don't know, man.
Michael B. Jordan is part of it, and apparently Randy McKinnon is a writer in it as well.
3 years ago. Spade, what's good? Spade in the building.
What's up, everybody?
Bro. What's good? Thank you for joining.
Hey, Spade, you say 3 years ago, but the Spawn movie's still going on, and we've been hearing this news for 4 or 5 years already. But it's still happening.
How long? Right. How long did we hear about Flash before it happened?
Yeah, and because
COVID, but they rushed that, man, and then they pushed it, and it didn't make any money. Now we're not going to get another Flash movie.
Yeah,
that ruined it. They forced that.
They ruined all these movies. Yeah, Blue Beetle, the same issue, because Blue Beetle is going to be a dope movie. Well, I think it will, but we know it's not going to go anywhere. So we know there's not going to be no more Blue Beetles. We know that.
Don't break my heart, bro. Yeah, we know it's not though, because it's in the plan. They showed you.
Yeah, it's Gunn has his DCU Gunn.
Showed you.
And it's not there, so we
the
know
Latino gets one. That's it. We get one.
Let's
make it happen.
Hey, listen, it's better than Al. It's better than nothing, Al.
Yeah, listen, I'll take it. And I like Blue Beetle.
But wait a minute, Al. They're supposed to do Al. What's the other? They're supposed to do
everything.
What's the Marvel character? There's a Marvel Latino character.
Do not tell me about the Marvel one with Bad Bunny that has been canceled.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And it doesn't make sense. The character's Mexican, but you want to have a Puerto Rican artist do it. And then when you have America Chavez, which is the Puerto Rican character, you have a Mexican actress portray it. You're not even using our language. Like, how about you get your casting right first, Marvel, and then we talk about doing their movies.
That's
let me ask you a question, Al, since we got you here, man. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Speed. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Okay. I do got a question to ask.
Hollywood ain't that smart.
They're not. And I say it all the time.
Hollywood ain't
just not that smart. Yeah. But Al, let's talk about characters. What did you think about Namor and the Black Panther? Because I read an article where they were saying that Mexicans were upset that he was a dark-skinned Latino instead of a more lighter-skinned Latino.
Mexicans were upset?
Yeah, bro. I read this article. I read this on the
Where are these Mexicans from? Oh, I'm Puerto Rican. I'm from the Caribbean. I'm a little bit taller. My head is a little bit more triangular. But other than that, I'm just messing. I love mi gente. But that's kind of a dumb statement because most of the Mexican people I've known have been even browner than I am.
Thank you. That's what I said. Yeah.
That's what I said. Mexican.
That's what I said.
I just really think that's just the media agenda to continue the division, because the worst thing that America wants is for Latinos and blacks, or rather all minorities to stick together. We have those other ones on the run already. So the more that they could push an agenda in the media to keep us, what the Mexicans said, what the blacks said, what the PR said, what the Asians said. People, listen for yourselves, not what media says, because I think it's been proven that they're already on a narrative. So get over it. Be smart.
They manipulating, man. Come on, they're trying to manipulate.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't believe that, and if anyone was actually saying that, that's just total ignorance. Ignorance. I wouldn't agree with that at all. I mean, in my family alone, if you see my family picture, y'all be confused as hell. Like, y'all really related? Yeah.
That's how it
Like,
be, bro. That's how
with a
mine
whole
is,
rainbow of colors, son. You have no idea.
bro. We got some of everybody in mind.
Yeah, but I go from straight white to dark black in our family. You have no idea. Every shade.
Every shade.
More so than Baskin Robbins, baby. Let's go.
32 flavors.
I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to bring it up. But back to Blood Syndicate. Yeah, Blood Syndicate is two gangs that get their powers the same time as Static gets his during the big Dakota bang. They actually figure out that they got powers and they form the Blood Syndicate. And I'm gonna say controversy, but the thing around them was that they were a mixed group. They were just a mixed group of minorities with powers. And they knew that some people were prejudiced against them, and they still saved them, and they still helped them out, and they still used their powers to make their lives better or save them or whatever whatever you want to call it. But that was the dope thing about them, and they had some really full on, real life, blown out discussions in those comics about race and creed and color and things of that nature that hit home and would hit home. If you read those comics, you'd be like, God damn, like that's true. And like I said, this was pouring through the writers' experiences. They put that on paper, but this was stuff that they were dealing with in the industry. I mean, you got to remember these guys that started this, they were black, man. And
pioneers.
Yeah, Dennis Cohen, he worked at Marvel and DC. You know what I mean? He did Deathlot and The Question. I mean, come on.
And I love me some Deathlok too. I have that his first appearance right there. Then the '90s when he was doing the joints, I got them. I mean, it's funny the characters that I wound up collecting. They never happened to be white, and that's not on purpose. It's not on purpose. I just happen to like gear or steer rather towards those characters. I mean, and who could steer away when you have beautiful artwork like this, even from the new works? I mean, I gotta give it up to the new gen. The new gen is holding it down and giving respect to the OG. I mean, and wow, what a wonderful comparison. Great job. I mean, look at this.
Yeah. You got Aquamarina, you got Holocaust. They had a character called Tech 9, which we have a rapper called Tech 9. I don't know. Right, I don't know if he was inspired. I don't know if he was inspired by Tech 9.
You know he was.
He was.
And then you got Masquerade, who was transgender. Straight up. And there was an issue of Static. Do you have that issue of Black Heroes Club where
that right there, baby.
where they were talking about homosexuality because Virgil had he was patrolling Dakota and he heard these like screams, these cries, somebody's getting attacked, and he goes and he saves the people, and then it come to find out it's one of his boys, but he doesn't know that he's Static, so he follows him, and he goes to this underground gay joint, and that's how he finds out that a good friend of his is gay. Wow. And after a while he confronts him about it, and the guy, they have a big discussion about it. I forget what issue that is, but Black Heroes Club might have that.
I gotta ask you, Stu. So when that happened, he walked into the club. Did you picture this song in your head? Bum, ba, bum, bum.
Always. Yeah, always.
You know what I'm talking about. But y'all don't
know. Police Academy.
When you said that, that's what I pictured in my head. Poor Static. He must have heard that song that they grab him to dance for, guy.
Yeah, man.
Right. And he just wanted to know why the guys were attacking his friend. Yeah, he just wanted to know why the guys were attacking his friend. So he followed him to see why. And he found out that's why, because he was gay.
My weed is invisible.
I was trying to see if I had the issue too, Stu. I pulled my box out looking through it real quick.
Yeah, I forget what number issue it. What number issue it
have the whole run? Does Spade have the whole run or what? What are you talking about?
No, I don't have the whole run of the original Static.
You trying?
Yeah, I'm trying for it.
I think it's issue 5. It's issue 5. Little man, I just lost it.
Little men, yeah, little men.
What?
Something.
What
What
are
little
little
men could, or
boys?
something like that. Yeah,
What are
yes.
little boys?
Yes. Yeah, little boy is. Yeah.
1994 Static 5.
There's
What
a riot going on.
I mean, guys,
that's the one I was talking about earlier.
Yeah. But just look at the cover. Even though this is a 90s book, that cover is such a 70s style, but it pops. This is what's missing from comics today, man. Look how that cover pops. The title, you got the logos everywhere. You have, a word bubble or whatever going on the cover, like something's going on. I mean, what they don't
static
do that.
Just busting right out, coming right at you.
Yeah, yo, it's beautiful,
it's gorgeous,
man. Where's the artistry like that in marketing for comics? People, get back to this, mi gente. What's popping?
Facts.
That's artistry and beautiful. This is a 90s book, man. Again, ahead of its time, because that's why people ignored it. Ignorant people at the time. Many, unfortunately. The industry was so damn weird then. And even collectors.
Yeah, they were even weirder. Yeah, they were even weirder then. Yeah, they were very weird. Issue number. Does anybody have issue
like that?
I mean, in the 90s, collectors were all about trying to invest to flip their books. It wasn't really about the art or the comic or the story.
But they didn't pick up this stuff in New York like that either, though. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Like the community that I knew, I mean, it was very small that appreciated this, and I was one of them. And then my friends would gig me on this, like, "Oh, but those are corny." I'm like, "Have you even read this stuff? You didn't even talk shit." You know what I mean?
Right. This shit is deep.
Oh no, it was good stuff. This, like Stu says, they were touching on topic. Like everybody talks about Vertigo. Yeah, Vertigo was cool, and it touched on topics. But damn, why are you guys ignoring this? This touched on topics, but because the minority, it don't matter. So let's not talk about this. Let's brush it under the rug. Nah, yo, Milestone was an amazing thing, and I'm sad that for its time it didn't get recognition, but I'm glad that
but they're back.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm glad that the young community, has been listening to people like us, has been, maybe listening to their parents or, especially, minority parents. Yo, we had this type of style and they appreciated it. I mean, why did Valiant come back? Because the guy loved Valiant when he was a little kid. So it's here. And it made it come back. So I'm happy that, somebody saw the value of this and said, yo, we got to fight for this, and made it happen.
Exactly.
Yeah. Does anybody have icon? Anybody have icon number 16?
Oh, no. Look at this guy.
Icon. Yeah, that's Icon versus Superman.
Ooh, you're right there, baby.
That's Icon. That's Icon versus Superman.
Dog.
Honestly,
I knew. Bro,
yo, guys, who to win?
He like commercial. Hey, he looks like a commercial right there. You see how he leaning behind the book, smiling like yes, ting, like ting. I got
real
this.
Talk, just real talk. Comic book men here. Real talk. Who would really win that fight in a hand-to-hand combat in the middle of a desert? No city. Has to be in the middle of a desert, so the sun is really shining, and they're getting it. No cloudy skies, nothing.
They got full power.
Full power. And they know that they could go hard at one another. Like, all
so you
right,
saying put them on World. Put them on World. Let them go hard.
Yeah, who wins?
I said
who's the better fighter?
I said Icon based on the way they describe Icon's powers. I said Icon would get the best though. Eventually, he beat Superman.
Spade is a Superman expert.
All right, Spade, tell me.
But he an Icon guy too. So this is, I want to know what Spade thinks on this.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna give the nod to Icon.
Why?
Woo!
Why?
That's coming from a Superman guy, y'all.
Being that they're both alien, and Icon chose to live on this earth as a black man, so he know what he's been going. He know what black people been going through, being persecuted like that for their skin color. Clark does not. He knows what it's like to be alien. He knows what it's like to be alienated, but he does not know what it's like to live in and have that anger, like some black people do. When it concerns, and even people of different nationalities, when it's concerning, skin color. So I think Icon would use that as motivation and actually beat Superman in it. I don't even wrong love Superman, but I think Icon would get him in this point.
That's an interesting. Okay. That's an interesting.
Now, just
point.
remember, Augustus is a formidable hand-to-hand combatant, well trained.
That's where I was gonna go with
armed and unarmed, armed and unarmed combatant.
That's what I'm asking.
He has vast superhuman strength. He has superhuman speed, superhuman reflexes, superhuman stamina, and senses. He can fly.
That's what I'm talking about.
He has invulnerability, durability, enhanced mental perception, regenerative healing factor, extraordinary longevity, and ability.
To talk. Hold on.
He's dying.
Because we gotta put his powers. We know what Soup can do, but everybody don't know what Icon can do. I gotta put it out there. I gotta put it out there. Bro.
He's shaking his head. Oh, I got
Black Hero. Hold on, Spade. What did you say, Spade?
I said if you read the whole storyline of this of Worlds Collide, Icon more than gives Superman fits.
Okay.
Like, he can't toe to toe with him. Like he's just as powerful as Superman is.
Yeah.
Black Hero, what you saying?
Easy.
All right, look, Spade. Like me and you have talked about this. I thought you were a Superman fan. Like I thought you were gonna go with. I thought you were gonna go with Superman.
But that's
you're even wearing his shirt. Like I don't like.
He's got a cape on the wall.
I don't like Superman. I'm a Batman fan.
Look,
that's what I'm talking about. Black Heroes Club. That's what I'm talking about. Black Heroes Club.
Batman owns Superman.
This is why he's wearing a bloody Superman shirt. He knew what was going to be talking about today. He knew his hero was going to die today. He knew.
But I say Superman.
He came back from Doomsday too.
Oh wait, he said Superman.
Yeah, I'm saying Superman, bro.
Why?
Because if you guys are going power to power, toe to toe, that means no kryptonite. So you guys are just looking at based on pure strength. Superman gains his energy from the sun. So if you're out in the middle of the desert, he's going to gain that energy.
That's what I was going to say. Does Icon get his energy from the sun too?
No. And then also,
where does Icon get his energy from? Or
he's just naturally like Martian Manhunter.
It's just he's like Martian Manhunter. He just naturally has those powers.
All right, see, so that's the deficiency because there is going to be a limit to the durability. There has to be. Muscle gets tired.
Facts.
And Superman can fly to the sun and do all the exact same things. Now as Batman. Now let me tell you,
got the regeneration.
Batman,
he does.
I would put Superman under a red sun, but you can't do that with Icon and Superman. But if I was Batman, I could do that.
Well, here's my thing.
I'm talking about Batman. I can't stand Batman. Oh, Batman could be. Batman needs strength for everything.
Come on, man. Batman's my guy.
He ain't shit. I'm sorry.
Batman's my guy.
That, yo. Batman ain't shit without prep. You know, I could be Batman. If
he ain't got no superpowers. Of course. But Al, you specifically said, hand-to-hand combat, and that hand-to-hand, and that made me think because Superman is notoriously not a fighter. His thing is like he never really had to use combat because he's so strong. He didn't have to use hand-to-hand fighting and all that.
He could be the Buster Douglas though of that joint because what if he gets in the lucky shot? You know what I mean?
That's true. That's what I think.
Icon is the Mike Tyson of it, but he could be the Buster Douglas of it.
Wait,
well, listen. Well, we've seen Darkseid give it to Superman.
Oh, ooh.
Here's my question again. So we know based off of what? Because I've been reading Icon's comics. How do you guys know that he has hand-to-hand martial arts? Is it said that in the comics?
Yeah, no, that's what I said. I said yes, that's what I said. He's an excellent hand-to-hand combatant with and without weapons. So you give him a pair of nunchucks, he's gonna beat you up.
Do you see him use it in the comics?
They don't. Not really. They don't really show it in the comic, but it is implied. It's implied in the Bible. It is implied in the Bible. But we don't see it.
Germany, baby.
Well, then that's my point too. So in theory, we're saying that he has this hand-to-hand combat, but if you're flying, going head-to-head, it's not a Goku versus Vegeta thing. It's two rocks hammering at each other. So, like, is he going to really be able to use his hand-to-hand combat?
Oh,
also, they don't prove how fast Icon is compared to Superman. So who's really going to be faster?
Yo,
I mean,
Reno,
Soups.
You mind if I do this real quick? Because I said, listen, before the show, guys, right here, I said, yo, because I love this show so much. That's my home right here, Reno. I got two digital codes for the Transformers Rise of the Beast for you guys, all right? So all we need is y'all to comment right now. Who do you think would win in that battle? All right?
Al, I got a better one.
What?
Al, I got a better one. We can go with that for one code, and for the second code, if anybody can tell me the original name of Icon.
Hey, don't say it yet. Don't say it yet.
It was Icon. No, I'm not saying it now.
Don't say it yet.
Can win the second code. Can win the second code.
All right, we good.
Yeah, but I got
wait. Am I allowed?
No, I ain't gonna tell him the name.
Don't tell him the question
Just
yet
put it in the
because I
chat.
don't want him to go googling it. I don't want him to go googling it. We gotta do it live, real quick thing. First one to answer type shit.
Yeah, but I got codes, and I'll send it to Reno, and Reno will take care of you guys.
I'll tell him what it is. Finish telling him what the code is.
That's what I'm saying. The Transformers Rise of the Beast digital codes for you to watch, you know, courtesy of our gente over that created the film. You know what I mean? You know, this film is fire. But it's for you to own.
It is fire.
You're gonna own this digital code. Let me see.
Opens
Let me tell you,
Wu-Tang.
my family killed me because they said when they saw this movie, they said, "Yo, the main actor reminded me of you in that era." I said, "What?"
I said the same thing, bro.
He do, Al. He do. That's you. Al, that's you. Somebody was spying on you, and they made this movie based off of you.
And they started the movie out with Cream playing, and bro.
Yes, they do.
My era in the '90s, but that was me. And then my daughter, my wife, my brothers. You know, even my mom saw the movie because my brother showed her, and she's like, "Oh my god, that's like how this dude was back then."
Right in New York.
I was the dude and the guy. You know, I was the guy to go to for stuff. You need something? Espera, give me a minute. All right, but for real, yo, give us that info. I'm gonna send these codes to Reno. Reno's gonna be taking care of you in support of this amazing show. So listen, for real, if you guys ain't watching the Sixth Element of Hip Hop when he be dropping the show, you guys are missing out. There's an amazing cast. You know, like with Stu Dog, Spade, amazing guests with Black Heroes Club. I mean, come on, yo, you can't get any better. Comics, hip hop, Milestone. We talking one of the best ever. Black-owned. Comic book lines. I mean, I know there's a history, and you showed Negro comics earlier as a picture. You know, what's the history behind that? Look at this. What's the history behind that, yo?
Oh, wait, do you guys want to hear that history? Do you?
A little bit.
Yes, sir. Please enlighten us. Yeah, please enlighten us.
I forgot the name of the artist and author, but he went into an all-white newspaper line one day, comic line. So they would make Sunday comics, and he wanted to do a feature on Black comics. And like he ran a few ads, and it was like a big hit. And he got, a little small percentage of it. So he decided, asked his editor if it was okay. He used all the editor's equipment to make the very first all-Black book. And in that book, you had the detective, you had Lion Man. I forgot the other characters you had, but it was an issue of like 67 pages in color. And he made it. He did an amazing job. And he sold so many of those copies. But it wasn't just the white, it was the rich antagonist came to the station, had them stop production, close everything down because they didn't like the way that it was being propaganda that they went to Africa and like stole slaves to bring back here. They didn't like that in the.
They didn't like the truth.
They didn't like it, and they shut it all down. Wow. And this is the original first Black comic book. And again, it's like I would love to get my hands on an original copy. I doubt that. Yeah, I doubt that. But the new ones they've done, they have added the color. It's like it pops up at you. They've done a real good job redoing this comic. Real good job.
I mean, look at that. I mean, that page is
it's beautiful.
Artistry.
Yeah, that's beautiful, bro. Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
And it's a shame. People come to this country apparently right to have a better life, be more open, and then this is what you do. You treat people like shit, and then when they're trying to build, you want to treat them more like shit. Not even fair.
Right.
I mean, it's all right though. This is why we have the power now. We have technology, folks. So I'm saying, please don't listen to the media. You guys have the effing power right now and today to change your own narrative in your own world. Stop playing. Get it done. Get it done. Get it done. That's all. I'm sorry I got to rant like this. It's just like I'm inspired today. I've been talking to nothing but creative people today and being around you guys. You know what I mean? It's for real.
Hell yeah,
this
bro.
Beautiful thing that is Milestone that you guys are talking about. The gorgeousness of this fantastic line that I think has been, widely ignored.
Super heavily underrated, man. It's way too underrated, man. And I was watching the DC docu-series called Superpowered.
That's a bullshit series because they focus too much on the damn movies and not in the books. They give us a little bit of time. They give us a little time on the books.
Yeah, 32 seconds, bro. 32 seconds in that whole 41-minute video, bro. I was so mad I had to watch that. I was so mad I had to watch that.
Yeah, bro.
They had a dope.
They had comics, man.
They had a dope segment though about Milestone, and it just inspired me. It just made me want to like do this show. That's why I decided to do this episode.
No, you're right. Thank you, Reno.
Yeah.
That was very forward thinking because this is a fantastic line that people need to read.
Exactly.
And I'm also happy. And thank you also because we've been talking about it for more than an hour now, and they literally only put like 32 seconds of that. And it's really sad what Milestone had to go through and the efforts of DC didn't want to push their comics because they weren't selling. They couldn't sell in the black neighborhoods.
You know why they weren't selling? Because you want goddamn marketing.
Yeah, you do.
That's what they said. They said that they weren't
stupid. It's like, how can you tell me something not selling if you're not putting an effort as the company behind it? It's kind of fucking stupid. I'm sorry for the language.
Ridiculous. No, you're right.
You can't talk this crap if you don't put your money. If DC support this hardcore, how could it not make it? But no, this is before social media. I think that if this existed at the time, this came out now, when social media was coming, I think it would have more of a chance of survival because people will put, oh shit, an original universe. I think it would have lasted and never had a break. Honest to God, I think that it would never happen. But that's my opinion. What do you guys think?
I agree. And Slade, what he asked with Justice League or Blood, let me answer this. My answer to this is it depends on who's writing it. Because you know what I'm saying? If it's the white side of DC, where they're gonna lean. But exactly. If we writing it, Blood Syndicate.
But see, I love. Can we
guy.
pick our own teams for can we pick our own team with Justice League?
I love black heroes. He ain't fucking around.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, listen.
I need details.
Which Justice League are you talking about here? Yeah.
He got a good point though, because I'm like, which Justice League team you're talking about? Is it going to be the A team with Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, etc.? Are you gonna have like more B-list characters, or are you gonna go with like
is it Detroit,
Dark, or whatever? You know what I'm saying?
Right?
So,
is it Justice League Detroit? You know what I mean?
Is it the big three with Flash, Green Lantern, and Manhunter with them?
Right.
Those are some heavy hitters. Those are the heavy hitters right there.
Exactly. Oh, and
especially Martian Manhunter. Manhunter. Like people think Superman is the heavy hitter, but Martian Manhunter.
I agree.
Yeah, Martian Manhunter is the heavy hitter of that group. People talk about Superman, but Martian Manhunter is do the most damage.
Slept on. Yeah, very slept
on. All right,
Jonathan Hickman is the GOAT. Yeah, Jonathan Hickman.
You honest too, because my homie got that invisibility power, the transparency and all of that on top of the superhuman and telekinetic.
Yeah, bro.
I mean,
don't sleep on the Martian, bro.
I mean, this is why I hated his weakness. Fire. Are you serious?
Fire. Yeah.
What a whack. Let me tell you know what I mean? All I gotta do is light up a blunt and homie, I'm stopping homie. You know what? Boom. Hey, you know what? What's the Manhunter? There you go, homie. You're done.
Right. That's it.
Hey, you slapping him around. Hey, Al, you slapping him around after that, Al?
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'd be like, Stu, hold him.
I got a candle. It's done.
I'll be like, Al, keep that fire out. Don't let that fire go out. Now, don't let the fire go out.
He's done.
Hey, look at that. Oh man, Reno came in worse, bro. Reno's trying to spread it on him. I'm not trying to damage him like that. Damn, bro, you're evil.
We're talking about them doing that, but I just remembered Superman does go head to head with the Blood Syndicate. Worlds collide.
He does. Yep. Yes, he does. And Worlds collide.
Superman fights
he did.
Why did Superman fight all the black characters? Was that on purpose? Think about this.
Yeah, it had to be.
Why are you putting the premier white guy to fight all the black characters?
Hey, you know what though? I have the actual Black Lightning. Yeah, I have the Black Lightning, and
look at that cover, Reno.
And the Superman episodes, and yeah, he fights him in the comic. He fights him in the comic.
Ooh.
Who else? Yeah, who else does he team up with?
Damn, that's it right there.
That's a beautiful cover, bro.
Yeah.
So wait.
1994.
Bro.
1994 that came out.
Yeah, hold that joint one more time.
Yeah, but I mean, look at how Superman
that comic.
They captured that Superman so well, and just the whole squad, yo.
Yeah, that comic be 20 years. That comic will be 20 years old next year.
Look at Brooklyn Bridge right there, son.
Hell yeah.
That's dope, bro.
That's
a 20-year-old comic right there, Steve.
And DC didn't do that in New York, you know. DC was all about Metropolis and Gotham.
You know what Metropolis was? Yeah, they didn't call it that, but we know what it was.
Metropolis was the good side of New York, and Gotham was the dark
good
side of New York.
Every side of New York.
Nah, but I don't mean. I mean, like, you know, but you know what I'm saying. Metropolis is the modern big city aspect of New York, and Gotham is the dark alley of New York.
Let me rephrase this for Reno. I'll say it. I don't care. I'll make it start talk. You know what I mean? So Metropolis is the white neighborhood, and Gotham is the the POC neighborhood.
I'll give you that.
That's why Batman is there, and he needs to prep all the time because he don't know what we're up to.
Metropolis is Manhattan, and Gotham is Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, Staten.
Batman.
Yeah, I had there's a map. There's a map out there.
Oh God, no.
That's tight.
Yeah, there's a map out there. I think you can Google it. Where they take all the cities and show you where they're at geographically in the United States. So they show you where coastal city is geographically on a real map in the United States. They show you where Gotham is, Metropolis.
Look at that cover. Hey,
where is it? Wow. I always thought coastal city was like Chicago or something.
Yeah,
you can Google it. I don't have a physical. I read it on. It came up on my Google feed one day. I'm gonna try. Let me see. I'm gonna try to Google it.
This is my favorite one I just grabbed.
Hey, everybody pulling out covers and toys. Man. The man pulling my dreadnoughts.
You know what else?
If you got the dread, please let us see him. If you got the dreadnoughts,
bro, Al got all the dreadnoughts. He got the Thunder Machine. He got the whole
vehicles.
Set.
I got all the vehicles.
Bro, he got
all the
little drones, bro.
And I'm talking to Reno because I don't like the good guys, and I got a couple of good guys I'm willing to let go.
I need that little light in that tunnel rat. I need that little light in that tunnel rat.
I just want to make sure I got all the weapons, and he's gonna be happy when I send him that picture. You know what I mean? It's gonna be incredible. When I send that picture to Reno and his reaction, I'm gonna have to put that probably on OnlyFans. You know?
But because I collect the classified series, right? And they got Tunnel Rat and Low Light coming out, bro. And I want to get the original version.
Because he sees what I'm doing. Every time I buy a classified, I put the OG in front of it. Because I got a lot of the OGs.
Well, I did that with Crocmaster.
I got my OG complete with the hose still and the alligator.
That's the only thing I'm missing is the hose. You already know that's the goddamn piece.
Yeah, that's the Mecca piece. That's the Mecca piece.
$16 piece. It's like that little, and nobody has it. But they 3D print ones.
That's what I'm saying. Do it yourself. You know, I won't tell nobody. You know.
Hey, it is what it is. Maybe one day I'll find. I'm not gonna fake it. I'm not gonna fake and bake. Oh, listen. Sorry, Al. I want to just listen. Everybody in the chat right now. We're gonna ask you guys a quick question. The first person to answer is gonna win the Transformers Rise of the Beast code. So you get your own copy of Transformers Rise of the Beast. It's a dope movie. I know it's been out a long time, but this is a clean, clear, crisp copy for you to own and watch it anytime. It's all y'all. So anybody can answer. Whoever answers first, I'll hit him with the first question.
All right, actually, let's make it a Transformers question. Who is the better Decepticon version of Leader?
That's opinionated.
Well,
Don't ask him an opinion.
Oh, really? Oh, man.
Don't ask him an opinion. Yeah,
it's
got to be a factual thing.
Okay,
like right and wrong.
I got one. I got one.
All right, go ahead, Stu. You go, Stu.
All right, Stu, go ahead.
What was the name of the female equivalent of Optimus Prime? And there was one. There was a female version of Optimus Prime because there were female Autobots left on Cybertron. What was her name?
You got to be.
That's a hard one. That's a hard one because you got to geek out on that one. That's a hard one. But if you want the easier question, but the harder question is better. But the easier question would be.
I got one.
All right, Al. Hit him, Al.
All right. So before Megatron became the leader of the Decepticons, what was he? Yeah, that's a good one. John. Who was Megatron before he was the Megatron?
Hey, I know the answer to that. I definitely know the answer to that.
I don't even know. I know who he was after he was Megatron. He was Galvatron, but I don't know.
No, not even after. I mean, like before he became.
He said before he became Megatron. Before the war. Tell him before the war.
Yeah.
Before he became the leader, like, who was he?
The general of the What was his occupation and shit?
Raw Talk got the answer.
Bam.
A leader one. Yep. A leader one. Yeah.
One winner. I'm gonna send that code. Just please DM my man 6 Element of Hip Hop, and he'll send you the code because I'm gonna email it to him. Matter of fact, let me download my 2 codes right now for you guys, and I'm gonna email both to 6 Element, and he will be taking care of you. All right.
Hey, real quick, Raw Dog, what is your screen like? What is your profile pic? He looks familiar, but I can't put my finger on him.
Leader one, that's awesome.
Is that
like it looks like Kick-Ass a little bit, but he's not. But he's definitely a black
it's not Kick-Ass.
No, he's
black. Dope. I can tell you that. He might have made it up. He might have drawn it up. It might be a custom joint.
Yeah, real talk, real deal. Who is that, man? Tell us about it. That's your own design. That's pimp.
Yeah, everybody gotta start doing their own designs. You know what I mean? Your Spade though. I love your room, bro.
Branding.
Holy shit, bro. That room is fire. You know, I got a green screen behind me, but I gotta make mine look as sexy as you. I wish my landlord could allow me to put it blue. I would put my yellow and black, so it'll be a wrap.
The red cape doesn't complement the wall at all. It's just there, just hanging there.
There's a lot of hate. There's a lot of hate being thrown at that cape right now. There's a lot of hate being thrown at that cape right now, Spade. What is going on?
Spade loves this guy, and he's killing him already. I love Superman, but he's
Raw talk. Okay, Raw deal talk is
it's honesty, man.
Graphic designer,
keeping it real.
Oh man, Raw talk deal. We gotta talk. Raw talk real deal. We gotta talk, man.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah,
we might need our own characters. We might need our own characters drawn up, man, so we can have it as our little, as a little icon, man.
You gotta do Stu Scream and Renotron.
This is my little dude. It's Reno.
I want to see this.
Nah, I'm Reno Wave.
Scream.
I gotta be Soundwave, man. I gotta be Soundwave.
All right. Reno Wave though.
Reno Wave.
Reno Wave. And Stu Scream.
Shout out to my man. Shout out to my man. Bygone AI in the building right here with the Mad Comic Lounge. Y'all check him out on Instagram, okay? Bygone.ai. And the Mad Comic Lounge is not a comic shop. It is a lounge.
I love it.
Like a comic shop. There's a difference.
Let me tell you something.
Wait, are you telling me, like, I went to a lounge called Gotham City in New York, right? And it's a comic-based lounge where you have comic book-based drinks.
You listening, Bygone?
If you look up at the ceiling, it's nothing but comic books. And I mean, homie puts gems on the ceiling. Like if nobody looking, I'm gonna get on somebody's shoulder and be yanking some stuff one day. You better stop me. I mean, yeah, I mean it's great. I mean it's wonderful. Are you telling me this is what the Mad Comic Lounge does? Are you kidding me? Let me tell you, when I drank the Tony Stark, it's like they really put in a play on his alcoholism, because that drink will F you up.
Mm.
The Tony Stark
I'd like to try that drink.
You don't want to try it. So you're gonna call an Uber real quick.
Yeah, I definitely need to try that.
Yo,
So
my man is there like this. No, I'm telling you, you will get lit, bro. Lit.
Word? Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, I definitely gotta go.
That's a dope.
Definitely gotta indulge.
So the Mad Comic Lounge, it's not like a bar. It's not a bar or a nightclub or anything like that. But what it is, open invite, come on through, guys. It's in the Poconos. I know that much. He'll probably give you the address here in a second, but it looks like a comic shop, when you walk in, kind of like this, comics will be on the wall. And yeah, he does sell comics there, and there's some cool figures and statues and all that good stuff like a comic shop has, but it's more of a place to chill and hang out. There'll be a big screen, probably with PlayStations and all of that, like lounge area. There's a tiered membership program where for different levels of the membership you get a certain amount of benefits with at the lounge. You don't have to live in the area or go physically to the lounge to be a member, to be a part of it. They send you comics, slabs, and all kinds of good stuff. It's dope setup, man. It's definitely something that if you're into comics and chilling, check out the Mad Comic Lounge. Shout out to Al. Let me put his joint up in here real quick.
Let's make it happen, baby. Shit, let's hang out. Let's get it. Let's make it happen.
No, bro. I mean,
that big
I just wish it was fucking close enough to me that I could go chill there.
I know. I mean, I know what you're saying. As single men, bro, we got to go out there and and get those single comic nerd ladies.
It's close enough to me. It's close enough to me. Hey, I can get to it in about an hour.
No, don't give it all to Stu. Stu, don't take everything, bro. Don't be a pimp like that, bro. Come on, man. Give us a chance.
I won't do it. All right, I'll give y'all a chance. Yeah, because it's about an hour for me, hour and a half, something like that. I don't know how far in the Poconos it is, but I can get to the Poconos in about an hour or so. A little over an hour.
Yeah.
So hopefully one day we could have a six element of hip hop convention. We could hang out and do. Also, you know what? I have a crib here in Mass. We bring you up to Northeast. We got a booth at a convention, and let's do some live stuff. Let's go, bro.
Let's do it, bro. I'm down. You already know.
Yeah, brother. All right, homie. I just sent you. I'm sending you the passes right now. We got one more. Does anybody know what Megatron did before he became the Megatron? What was his job? I mean, what was he doing?
I do. I know exactly what.
Why nobody know how gangster he was? My gosh.
Word. Does anybody in the chat know what Megatron did before he was the general of the Decepticons for the war? And real Raw Talk Real, I got you on IG. As soon as I get the links, or after the show, rather, I'm gonna send it over to you.
Yeah, you gotta send them the pass. It's just one ticket, a PDF. Send them that, so that way they could download it for Movies Anywhere. Thank you, Movies Anywhere, for the sponsorship here, and just showing some love again to all the community, because again, I appreciate what you do here.
Hey man, thank you, man. We appreciate you for sure. Is Slade correct? He was a gladiator.
Yeah! Yeah, I can't say cool because it's copyrighted, but there we go. Yeah, brother, you got it. He was a gladiator, kicking ass. He was like an MMA fighter. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like for Optimus Prime to go hand in hand with Megatron, there was no absolute way. I mean, Optimus Prime was an effing librarian, son. Megatron,
yes, he was.
Would give him a whooping, son. A whooping.
Megatron was a used car salesman. That's why.
Oh my God! Wait a minute! Oh my God! Slade is taking shots at my man Megatron. Oh my God!
love Megatron, man.
I was
Like,
about to say because
he made this damn
Megatron will
TV
put a
series.
whooping on Superman too. I'll tell you that much.
He also well, you got to remember Optimus, once he became a Prime. Primes are strong. They're strong, and he has the knowledge of all the other primes, their fighting skills and everything, because it's in the Matrix. Yeah, it's in the Matrix.
When Megatron became Galvatron, couldn't nobody help with.
Yeah, but see, but don't
that's because because Unicron, power wise, yeah. But remember when he took that plasma bath, it made him kind of insane. So he really wasn't all there after that.
Yeah, but listen,
and that's why Rodimus had a distinct advantage of him.
You just bullshitted me right there, because just because he got the knowledge of the Prime, he still doesn't know how to fight. You know what I mean? He got the knowledge. What? He's all of a sudden gonna do that Matrix, the one joint? No, I mean,
yeah, that's how it goes.
I'm sorry, bro. The experience of Megatron.
You don't download their fighting skills. You don't download their fighting skills like Neo.
I think that's
I just learned
bullshit that quickly. Yeah, that's bullshit. I think that. Come on, man. This is 80s technology we're talking about in these robots, son.
And you gotta remember Optimus learned. Yeah, remember Optimus learned how to fight too on the fly. He wasn't always that great. He picked up skills, and he's stronger.
You're talking,
and he's stronger than Megatron.
That doesn't matter, bro. We've seen smaller guys beat bigger guys. I mean, because it's about the talent.
That's dope.
Oh yeah, that's gorgeous.
Wait a minute, bro. Let me
see. That Transformers.
Yo, turn the Transformers Terminator, bro.
Yep, that was a couple of years ago. Yes.
Yep.
I missed
Dark
that.
Horse and Transform. You know, this is when Dark Horse had Transform.
Hey, turn it a little bit because you got the glare right in the middle. I want to see that picture. A little bit.
That's dope.
Oh man, bro, I need that. Oh yeah, I gotta get me one of those.
That's gorgeous.
It's a 4-issue miniseries, man. I'm like, I read this issue 1, and I got 2, 3, and 4. I just hadn't had a chance to read them yet. But I was like, I just been wanting to check that out. I'm like, Transformers Terminator. That sounds like a badass fight.
Yo, guys, I want to ask you this. I know we'll talk about Milestone, and we're a little bit on Transformers. So this is my last.
Yeah.
This is my last Transformers question. So you guys saw the movie, and then you guys saw the end, right? Now, I think that they fucked up. Yes, I think that they fucked up. And this is why. Because imagine if we had and was able to counter-produce the technology, right, of the Transformers. Why wouldn't we introduce Mask before we introduce G.I. Joe? I mean, I wouldn't make this Puerto Rican be Matt Cracker. You know what I mean? We introduced we are like using their technology right now for our stuff. You know what I mean? So we could fight them. And then later on, we have, the next movie, once they fought, you could say, you know what? We actually have a whole squad. And then you introduce G.I. Joe, and then you could see who the fuck the Decepticon side was, which is obviously the Cobra. I mean, these people Hasbro missed out on an opportunity to bring a new goddamn brand to the new generation again. I mean, to bring in, it's just, for me, it's about growth. So damn, here we are. Mask is just Transformer technology, not yet fully robots. Because again, cars that transform. So
it could be the Hasbro verse or whatever, the Kenner verse.
I think they missed out. Spade, did you hear me? Did you hear me? They missed out on Transformers. It should have went not G.I. Joe, but Mask. Because the government got Transformer technology, they start creating vehicles that could probably counter the Transformers. Let it be Mask versus Transformers.
That's Mask.
Film, and then bring in G.I. Joe because the Decepticon sided with the Cobra, and then that could be the next movie.
Now I'm pissed off.
That would have been great.
Now I'm pissed off.
Right? Since I saw this movie, I'm like, they fucked this up. They could have done something new.
Right.
You know? That and then these toys would have been nuts for us to find in the old books, but it would have been something fun. Like we remember, and I think I'm looking at technological leveling up. Like, listen, if you were able to go backwards in technology, you can't make the robot, but you could probably make the car transform, right? So this will show us as humans evolution using that technology to fight against this new alien technology. You know?
Right.
That'd be dope.
That would be dope. That'd be real.
But
dope.
Hollywood isn't that smart.
Nah, man, because they don't have Mega, they don't have us that are fans and could think outside the box.
Yeah, because they don't have fans that write the shit. The people that write the shit,
like RoboCop
you gotta love
Terminator.
It. The people that write it don't love it, and that's the problem. They're not fans of it.
Yo, I know Tyree's supposed to be Roadblock. Bro.
Nah, B, what? Who said that?
Tyrese was supposed to be Roadblock. Oh man, Lord, no.
No, they already did G.I. Joe in the movies. Yeah, it was trash. I'm a big G.I. Joe fan. Like that whole side of my wall, all the G.I. Joe classified, the G.I. Joe, like G.I. Joe was my shit. In the 80s, when I was a little kid, that was all I fucked with. I didn't fuck with Transformers, He-Man, Voltron, none of that.
I did everything.
Bro, I was so into G.I. Joe. I had the aircraft carrier, I had the Terradome, I had the fucking
wait. You had the aircraft carrier?
All of it. I had everything G.I. Joe made. Yes, bro. I had the flag. I was that kid. I was that kid. I had a little sister 3 years younger. But yeah, my whole family chipped in and got me the flag one year.
You had the
my grandma. Yeah, bro. I was the kid on the block with the flag, bro. Yeah.
You're a lucky kid.
If you were in Brooklyn, you would have had that.
My pops is watching this right now. Pops, y'all got me the flag, bro. Straight up when I was in 1st grade, bro. Dead up.
Where is it?
Bro, it ended up in pieces. You already know how it goes, bro. I had everything they made, bro. All the toys, all the planes and jets and cars and vehicles, every figure, everything they ever made, I had at one point. But I ended up, no one. I don't know.
As I want is the Rattler, man. I want that goddamn plane.
Yeah, bro. That's the only thing I want. Thing was awesome, bro.
I got all the history. I got the OG, the remake of the blue one. Just give me the goddamn Rattler, because I got the OG Jeep, I got the OG Fang. You know what I mean?
You know that the aircraft carrier? It's $10,000 now.
I don't even want it. That's ridiculous. $10,000. That's the size of a mattress, bro. Unless I'm sleeping on it, I don't want it.
It was yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a big piece. I mean, yeah, if you want it, now it's. But for a kid's room, yeah, the show filled up most of my room. But that was my shit.
I would have been at your house every day, bro. I would have been at your house every day. Yo, Reno, we gotta do this, and I would have been robbing.
Bro,
we gotta get a picture with the flag going right now.
Bro, motherfuckers.
Where's the boo? Let's go make that shit float.
Listen, but I say that to say this. I'm a big fan of the franchise and all of that. So, these movies, I'm telling you, are not up to par. They do not feel like G.I. Joe. It does not catch the vibe. The characters were all off. It was trash. And the concept of a Transformers and G.I. Joe crossover is dope to me, but you got to get G.I. Joe right first, then do a crossover. I don't want to see this crossover yet. Because Transformers, y'all figured it out. I think it's dope. Since Bumblebee, I think they got a dope.
Yes,
they're great.
100.
You know what I'm saying? But G.I. Joe, they haven't done it yet, and I think they should get G.I. Joe straight first, then do the crossover. That's just me.
I agree with you.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I can agree with that too.
I agree 100 because G.I. Joe could be a lot better. Bumblebee was the shit because why they introduced the G1.
Yeah,
right. They didn't give me this new modernized version. No, they introduced the G1. This is what we've been wanting. Thank you for finally goddamn listening, because this is what we wanted, and this is why those movies will continue to be a hit if you keep doing that. You know what I mean? Yeah, and then what generation of G.I. Joe are we getting? Are we getting that G1? The OG Snake Eyes, Scarlet, Duke, Roadblock, and all of them. I mean, what are we getting in this? I mean, for example, I'm sorry, Black Heroes, like. I don't know if you're a fan of Transformers G.I. Joe, but what would you want to see in that type of film? Oh, look at that. I don't want to.
I'm not a fan. I feel horrible because I'm sending it out. I'm not really that. I love Shia LaBeouf when he did the Transformers, but as a kid, I wasn't Transformers. I was.
Who were you?
The other one. What is that one?
Autobots.
GoBots and Centurions.
Nah,
what is it? Thundercat. I was Thundercat.
The Dollar Store Transformers.
Thundercats, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do anything Transformers. I mean, like
no,
nothing. Nothing man. Transformers.
Wow.
You want some Thundercats?
Yeah, Thundercat Pumas. I've been I've been trying to get some of those, Al. I've been trying to get. Yeah, that's the ones I want. I want the Panthro joints. Yeah, I want the Panthro joints. Yeah.
It's Panthro.
Yeah, they got Thundercat Pumas.
Is my yo, what? Al, you got those, bro? What the?
I've been looking for those, man. I've been trying to get those.
Bro. I'm over here fucking around and I'm missing out on my shit.
The only ones I can find is Chitara. Right?
Look, and
no, those are Pumas.
Those are Pumas. The spikes.
Yep.
Bro, you know what I would do? I would replace those with fucking metal spikes.
See the artwork?
Wait, did you order that or you
made that? This is Puma. Puma is connected with the Thundercats brand. And
they sent that to Al probably.
They sent this to me. But these are considered, and this is the funny label that I've never heard of before. These are called convention shoes.
Whoa.
These are not meant like to be on the street.
Right. They're not gonna be in the store.
Yeah. You gotta walk around these in a convention, a nice floor, because again, look at the artwork here.
Fuck.
You know what I mean? You gotta take care of these. So it's like you gotta wear your Crocs before you go, and then when you go inside the convention, switch on to these.
What you think those are? What you think they're worth? What you think those
are
sell for?
These are $120 right now.
What I could buy them right now for 120?
120.
Yeah. Where the only ones you're gonna find is the Chitara ones. You're only gonna find the Chitara ones. I can't find the what's your name?
These are hard now. These are hard now because it's been a few.
That's what I'm saying. Right now, can I get those right now for $120?
Maybe.
What? Yes, Amazon? Amazon.
No, you can go to Puma's website, because I've been on Puma's website every week. I've been trying to get anything but the Chitara ones, because them the only ones that keep coming up every time I go on their website.
And you see how they do the Thundercats, their logo, right? I'm sorry, there.
Hold on, yeah. Bro.
Right? And then they flip it and do the Puma, like in the
that's fucking brilliant, dude. That's brilliant.
And the coloring, and these are hot, yo. You got them blue jeans, them shorts. These are summertime. But again,
dog.
This is for you to be at a convention. This is not for you to fuck up, because again, look at that beautiful
artwork. No, I'm not wearing those nowhere but SDCC or NYCC.
Yeah, but they only wore them once, and I had to walk outside. That's why they're dirty. I'm about to scrub them and shit. Because again, but they were comfortable for the day. I'll tell you that much.
These are the only three.
Hey, I think I'm looking at them now, but I'm not sure if it's for sale. These, huh?
That's
true.
See, I wanted the Mumra ones, but those are the Mumra. Those are the Mumra joints.
Those are Mumra.
Those
are the Mumra.
Those are Mumra. Yeah, those are Mumras. Those are the Mumra. Those are the Mumra joints.
Bro, I need.
But they ain't got them. I've been trying to get them in my size, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? It's
I need the Panthros, man, and the Mumras, man. They can have the rest of them. Them the only two I need. These are the only two people of color. No. Sorry, the only three people of color that the G.I. Joe team has made for classified yet. You got Spirit. You got Storm Shadow, obviously, and Roadblock.
When you get the villains, man, screw the good guys.
Yeah, I know you don't get none of the Joes. You don't get none of the Joe, but there you go, right there. That's your boy. That's
I got Storm Shadow, but at the end of I was debating, because at the end of the day, he becomes a good guy. And Reno, what happened to your pinky, bro? I hope you weren't doing something fresh that got your pinky hurt.
Bro, you don't know the story? I thought I told you. I'm chasing the dog because the dog got away.
That sounds bad, right?
The leash came out of my hand, so I'm just walking fast behind the dog. I'm not gonna run and make an ass of myself because it's a dog. You can't catch a dog. So I'm just walking. I'm like, fucking come back here, right? Talk. And he's just walking just fast enough just to stay, where I can't grab the leash. He's being a little prick. And I'm following down the block, and I know, he's gonna run out in the road any minute. So he stopped, he paused, and I saw the leash handle, and I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I dove like the movies, like I dove in the air, feet off the ground.
Stallone and Rambo, that's Reno right now.
Yes, Rambo flew to grab the fucking thing on the ground, and my pinky, I landed my whole body weight on the pinky. Pinky did a full
Rainbow.
Denzel Washington 90-degree angle, bro. And I Rambo'd that shit back. I said it right there. I was like, oh fuck no, bro. And I pulled it back straight and fucking rolled to the fucking ER, and
Hey, bro, if she's beating you, just blink twice, all right?
Yeah. I was getting ready to say. I was getting ready to say the same thing. I was getting ready to say the same thing. Black heroes. I was getting ready to say, listen, I want to meet the man that whooped Shav's ass.
You know what? I was actually thinking worse. I'm like, guy, I know you're single now. Stay away from the porn. Those cramps are fucking serious.
Oh, you thought I sprained it, right?
Yeah, he getting it in, huh? Al? He tearing it up.
Yeah, but poor guy. That's why his forearm is bigger than the other. Poor guy.
See, we know you've been knowing for 2 years that I wrestle. I could have taught you how to, and then not hurt yourself. But no, you want to do that shit yourself.
I know what he was gonna say because I jumped like this instead of like this. I should have reached out like that, but I reached out like that, and I landed on the shit.
This is why Reno cannot be a stuntman. Folks. He does not know how to fall.
Hey, I'm not.
Look, you popped it in about that. That's more than what a lot of people can do. So
yeah, thank you, Spade, for that. Yeah.
All right, Reno is spry. Reno is still spry enough than most of us old folk on this show. All right.
Yeah.
Oh wow, man. Listen, I gotta go, fellas. I gotta go fight crime. I'm sorry, man. I can't.
No, Reno. Wait. Stu,
hey, the question.
Batman? No way.
The question.
Bro.
Oh, the question. What was Icon's original name before it was Icon? He had another name, and it's in they put out this little leaflet. I think, I'm not sure.
We already gave away the two things. This is just
I think I still got it. I really think I still got it. But it said his original name in it, and because they couldn't get the copyrights for the name, they changed it to Icon. They changed it to Icon.
Bro.
His original superhero name, right?
Hey, you're muted. Black Heroes, you're muted. Paragon.
Yeah,
Hey. But he wants 2 codes. That's what everybody trying to get, son. He wants massive codes, bro.
Nah, we already gave away the codes. We just fucking off.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's Slade is correct. That was his original name was Paragon.
Yeah, Slade won anyway.
Yeah,
so.
I like that name better than Icon.
Me too.
I do too. Yeah, I do too. Yeah,
100%.
I like that name way better.
What happened to Augustus Freeman?
Oh no, that's his human.
That's his human
hero name.
His alter ego is Icon. Yeah. He said that's his civilian name.
I cannot wait until Todd McFarlane makes milestone figures.
I'm buying
that whole run,
bro.
Listen, after they pick me up off the floor, then I'm gonna go buy all of them. I'm gonna pass out when I see them.
By the time we pick you out,
somebody gonna have to pick me up. As a matter of fact, I got a treat for you. I got a treat for you, Al, before I go. Hang on,
I gotta shoot out too. So nice meeting everyone. Thanks for having me. It was a blast.
Hey, bro. Black Heroes, man, you gotta come back, man. We gotta chop it up, man. You gotta come back.
All right, bet, bro. Bet. Thank you.
Yo, before you go, man, let me before you go real quick. I just wanted to, because we talking about black comic characters and we got the Wu-Tang preview right here. The Wu-Tang,
baby.
This is the whole Wu-Tang comic book.
Wow, you got them, bro. Awesome.
Yeah, bro.
Nice.
Of course. And I got some dope Wu-Tang comics too. Ghostface got the 12 Reasons to Die up there on my wall.
Yeah,
and I got
the Black Mass stuff back in the day and shit.
I got the
music.
You
got the music.
You got the Wu-Tang.
I got the music.
Wu-Tang Forever with the Cobra.
Yeah,
but no,
like I'm the original about the music for the book.
Oh yeah,
for the comic.
The Ghostface.
Yeah, I got the soundtrack. I got both of them. I got the brown bag version. I got the regular version.
Oh, you got the brown bag. Oh my God, bro. We got. We got 2 winners in this.
Yeah,
one,
man.
Bro. First off, we got Cobra Force. Are you kidding me, bro? And then we got Dead Man. What are you guys doing to me?
Hey, dude, that's dope.
This is some crack right now that you guys are showing, bro. What Cobra Forever? Yo, Reno, don't you ever give me your address, bro.
That is dope, Rito. That's dope. That's super dope.
But listen though, the reason I bring that up is because, and I wanted to like reiterate this because there's been some questions or whatever. I recently changed my Instagram name back from Sixth Element Comics to Sixth Element of Hip Hop. And some people were confused and don't understand what Sixth Element of Hip Hop is and doesn't understand that actually means comics. So the reason that we call it Sixth Element of Hip Hop, we know that the 5 elements of hip hop: DJing, MCing, breakdancing, graffiti, and fashion or knowledge, depending on who you ask. The 6th element is comics. Now, a lot of people are like, what? The 6th element? Listen to me. This, after I made the channel, after we were been doing the show and all of that, I got the Wu-Tang manual.
Woo! Look at that sexy shit. Oof.
Beautiful. The book is dope. It's by the RZA. He wrote the book and he breaks down. He's got several chapters. And this blew my mind because, like I said, I already had the channel, already had the show going, and I read this. It's the chapter called Comics, the chamber, I should say, called Comics. And he says this. Let me put on my spectacles. He said,
"Oh shit,
his old man glasses.
He's going in.
Oh hell, yeah, he's going in.
He's going in. He said, RZA said, the RZA said, comic books. That's the picture right here too is from the comic that I was just showing you, the Wu-Tang comic. He said, comic books. Listen to the wording. I was like, oh. He said, comic books are a main element of Wu-Tang because they're a main element of hip hop in general. There always have been. Both hip hop and comics are about styles and personalities. Comics are about special powers, and they're about teams of NIGGAS united in one life or death cause. To me, hip hop is about the same shit. DC Comics has Justice League, Marvel has the Avengers, Fantastic Four, and the X-Men. Ever since the beginning of hip hop, you see that influence. The same way you're looking at the world, it goes from DJ Clark Kent up through X-Clan, through Wu-Tang Clan, and beyond. Hip hop has always been a youth thing, and youth read comics. So the whole subculture of America, comics, martial arts, movies, skateboarding, it's all part of our culture. We all grew up collecting comics, just about everyone in the Wu-Tang Clan. I think Method Man has the most extensive collection. He had boxes and boxes of comic books he left in my house when he got kicked out. ODB's brother had a big collection. God, he had a lot of comics, and of course I did too. Growing up, I used to read comics like a movie. He said I'd make the music for it from my head. I'd see the choreography, the shots, everything. It'd take me an hour to read one, just plotting it out. And I don't know if you feel comics more growing up in the projects or not, but I know you can relate to a lot of the main stories. Marvel heroes especially, they're always tragic. Something happened to these cats that made them strong but fucked them up too. And a lot of them are about science gone wrong. I lived in at least 10 different projects, and I got to see that the projects are a science project in the same way that a person is a science project. If you saw it, you would swear that Stapleton Projects was a prison because you got the tiers and you got your house. You have to walk past everybody's door on that particular floor, and you have helicopters and cameras. It's definitely jail. Everything around is based on the same idea, the same science project. And in comics, when a science project goes wrong, it produces monsters or superheroes. In Marvel Comics, especially, every hero has some kind of fatal flaw, some tragic aspect to him, and everyone in the Wu-Tang Clan is the same way. He said, I was mostly into Marvel Comics. For me, Silver Surfer was my dream hero. His powers were cosmic. He could bring back the energy from the universe into his own body and transfer it back out, which is a lot like Kung Fu fighting monks using chi. I used to think of myself as the Silver Surfer. Meth, he was into Johnny Blaze, the Ghost Rider. He thought Ghost Rider was tougher than the Silver Surfer, but I was like, come on, man. So basically, he goes on for chapters and pages and pages. But I think, man, the most important and most impactful part that he said was that comic books are a main element of hip hop in general. They always have been, because hip hop and comics are about styles and personalities, special powers and teams getting together. Hip hop is the same shit.
Yes, sir.
Boom. Boom.
Yes, sir.
Dope.
Yes, sir. Listen, I think all creative energies connect in some shape, way, or form. Just a matter how people are able to communicate that energy and power, so that way everything could work in that algorithm, if you will. Because again, if everybody's trying to say that this is an illusion, it's an algorithm, and people are trying to say that they found like an algorithm, a computer code within within
matrix.
what is the matrix of reality. If that's the case, then so we have the power to change our matrix, our personal matrix, right? Our personal code. So it's a beautiful thing. I believe what RZA says. I'm on that level where I understand what he's saying. It's true. I mean, RZA is a perfect example. This is a person that was just a homie from the hood that believed in himself, was surrounded by talented people, knew how to work his skill around those talented people, and therefore create something special that has now lasted, generations right now. I mean, let's be real. I mean, there's far few in between when it comes with people that look like us that actually do something that hold value for a significant time. And RZA has established that through the Wu-Tang brand. I mean, come on, but we had a TV show the last 3 seasons. That shit is beautiful to me. Like we see our people, from all shapes and forms, from all places, being able to share their narrative, and that people are like, "Whoa, this is awesome."
Hell yeah, dog.
I dig that. God bless. Yo, we gotta keep going.
I love it.
We do.
Yeah, bro. You definitely had to say this. I gotta buy that book. He has another one too.
Reno got everything, yo. I even got myself too. About this is the towel. Oh, I need to get that. The towel of Wu. Stop lying.
Hey, you guys, thank you for having me. I gotta hop off, but I'll keep listening on the line.
Much love, Black Heroes.
Yeah, I gotta roll.
Hey,
I gotta roll
too. Coming, guys.
Yeah, go get that check, Stu Dog.
Word, yo.
Somebody gotta get it, man. Somebody gotta get it. It's gonna be me.
Yeah, man.
Check y'all later.
Be me for you. I got you though.
All right, folks. I see y'all Monday.
All right,
Al, Spade, peace.
Right, be safe. Be safe. One.
All right.
One. Yeah, we go. This is an amazing crew you got here, Reno. You know that, right?
Bro, blessed, bro. It's this whole squad, man. Everybody
I've seen you grow too, so it's like I see. I mean, I never met Spade. I mean, I seen Spade, but not to meet and hang out like this. So, I like the energy, and then I respect him. He wears a Superman shirt and still says that he still would lose again. That's real, son.
He's my resident DC guy, man.
He's real though. Yeah. He's real. He knows who could give him a whooping.
Keeping it a buck though. That's why I fuck with Spade, man, because he keep it real.
Superman's always gonna be my backbone, though. Like no matter what, man. Like, hey, but I ain't gonna be like how a lot of fans are with him and with other kids. Like, oh, because he did this. I'm like, don't discount him. I tell people all the time, don't discount him. He might not have an inventive mind like Batman, but he's more than just his powers.
All right, can I ask you, Spade? What was the thing that made you fall in love with Supes?
I relate to him.
Okay.
I relate to him best. I know what it's like to not fit in. I know what it's like to feel alienated. I know what it's like to lose my father on the cusp of me grasping manhood. Man. I know all that stuff that make him be Superman. That's not related to his powers. That's why I gravitate to him so much.
That point right there about the death and on the cusp of manhood. Again, a topic that people want to stay away from, manhood, right? What's a man? Yeah, us. That's what's a man.
People there's nothing wrong with that, bro.
And nothing wrong with that, exactly. And I love that you captured that. I mean, not many people talk about that side. A man that has, about to capture his manhood, losing his father. So what example does he have as he's capturing that moment? Because again, to be a man is not easy in this world. You already see everything is against us from the get. Even to be a man, be a man nowadays seems to be a crime. I mean, a normal man. I'm a normal man. I don't give a fuck if you guys don't like that word. I'm a goddamn normal man.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Don't play with me. You know what I mean?
And I can be a normal man, and I don't have. We could be a normal man and not be against gay people, not be against women, not be against that.
Listen,
I'm not against
me. I respect you. That's all it is. That's manhood. You respect me. I respect you. And so long as you don't cross no lines, we good. You
Man's
cross
a
the
man.
line. You cross that line of respect. As a man, I'm telling you, I will beat your goddamn ass.
Like Megatron.
I'll make a full reason, baby.
There you go.
Megatron.
You know, Omega, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and your end. Don't fuck around.
Ah,
I like that. See, that need to be a comic book right there.
They're right there, baby.
The
that's a
beginning
dope
and your
name.
end.
No, I'm already talking about things like that again because I'm blessed that I have people that approach me that are, yo, why isn't Comic Crusaders doing an anthology comic book yet? I mean, with the amount of, like my personal podcast, I have spoken with over 360 people. You know, and yeah, now we're over 100 episodes. You know, other things that I've produced, that's over 1,000 episodes. Like I've been doing this for a minute. I know,
Yeah.
like, you know, where can I go? What do I really want to do? You know, are people really ready for me? Like if I do that late night show, I think they're gonna be scared, son, for real. Because
They will.
like let's talk, like, because there's certain things that need to. That's why I love this. You talking about Milestone again, a very underrated black comic book series that again the racistness of the '90s. Oh, are you talking about the black comics? I hate it when they fucking said that. To be honest,
Yeah, bro.
like why you talk? No, these are comics, not black comics. These are comics.
Right.
And I mean, yo, you got some dope ass characters here. What are you talking about? And I used to argue with my friends because I was the one that was always outside the box. As much as I love DC and Marvel, I was always the first one. This is why I love indie. I was always the first one. Yo, I'll dip my toes into all the new shit. I want to learn about it. And like, and I hate people's closed mindedness when that comes. And you know,
Yeah.
and Milestone was ahead of its time for the '90s. And again, I'm happy it's back now. I think that these creators are doing a wonderful job of bringing it back, and you know, again, using that old school style, bringing some good conversations into it without feeling forced. That's Milestone, and I think Dwayne McDuffie would be very proud. You know, rest in peace, because that man was so darn talented, and God took him away from us too soon. He needed him, I guess, to create
Dwayne
something that
McDuffie
comes up out
founded.
there.
Yeah, he's one of the founders of Milestone Comics.
Not just that, he wrote so many Justice League episodes of the cartoon, the Unlimited. I mean, talk about this. I mean,
Yeah.
my man didn't just do comics. I mean, he's responsible for some of the greatest episodes of that damn franchise. Get real here.
Yep.
He did some stuff in Marvel, some Fantastic Four too.
Yeah.
When Storm and Black Panther was in the Fantastic Four, and you know, he had an extensive, like he was just a great creative genius. It came up with storylines and with characters.
And the emphasis on a black creative genius, folks. You know, you people like to use everything else. So let's put it out there. He was a black creative genius that, damn it again, you know, health reasons, God took him too soon. Too darn soon. Because I think that, you know, he was about to level up on skills that America wasn't ready for. He was a genius.
Right.
He was. I hate that they call him the Black Stan Lee. You know, Stan Lee ripped shit. He created stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. If anything, he's the Black Jack Kirby or something.
Yeah, whoa, talk about Reno. Repeat that.
If anything, he's the Black Jack Kirby or something like that. You know, not a Stan Lee.
Just yo.
Stan Lee is the car salesman of Marvel. Jack Kirby is the guy that made the cars.
Yo, fucking talk about it, bro. That's the truth. And yo, you hit it on the head, my brother. That's who that man was, and may he be in the reigns of heaven.
Oh, I know.
Because yo, you know, I can't wait. I can't wait to see, you know, when I die, what he did over there. What he doing? What's our next shit that we're gonna get hooked on and start buying?
And everybody, HBO Max, well, it's Max now or whatever. They released the Milestone Generation.
Max.
yeah, it's called Milestone Generation.
They got it.
It's a documentary. Yeah, they released it. It's a documentary on Milestone's rise and fall, and rebirth, and at its core, Milestone Media, you know, gave the Black community superheroes. Before the establishment of this comic, you know, company, Black superheroes were very far and few between. You know what I'm saying? We you know, a lot of them were saddled with the baggage of.
I wouldn't like you to rephrase
Black in general, like you said. The characters.
I want to rephrase that though, because it's not just Black characters.
That's what I was getting ready. That's where I'm going,
man.
That's where I'm going. That's right.
That to me.
That's true. That's true. That's true. But a lot of those of the black characters were always named like Black Lightning, Black Panther, Black Vulcan, Black Racer. You know what I mean? They all sort of have
black. Yeah, right. The stamp.
right.
The stamp.
But right, but Milestone Comics wanted to give their, community heroes that they could see themselves in, and in the pursuit of representation in comics, Milestone definitely went above and beyond the call of duty, not only putting black heroes as leads, but other people of color, actively choosing to include LGBTQ characters, addressing female agency, and going so far as to invent processes to print a wide variety of skin tones in comics, because that didn't exist before. Milestone Comics, founded by Dwayne McDuffie, Dennis Cowan, Michael Davis, and Derek D. Tingle, changed the game in so many ways, and it ushered in a new era of representation in comics and new methods to achieving that goal. They have their like Marvel has the Marvel method. There isn't one all-encompassing skin tone, right, for any race of people. Black people come in many shades. Latino people come in many shades. Even white people come in many shades. There's different, and the creators at Milestone Media understood this, because before, if a character was black, there was just this one shade of brown that they always were the same color. And so they understood this and sort of they invented their own method for representing the broad spectrum of skin colors. And the practice is called the Milestone 100 color process. Every page was printed and hand painted by the Milestone artists like Noel Giddings. And so he said, so there isn't one black skin tone, he said in the documentary. He said, with Milestone 100 process, we're able to show the full range of that, but that was the only way to do it at the time. What is Stu Dog talking about? Hold on, Stu Dog is like blowing me up. He said, meant to send you that. Oh, he's talking about something else. My bad. So the 100 process, I thought he was saying something about what I was saying. The 100 process includes a variety of mediums, right? Including Dr. P.H. Martin dyes, watercolors, colored pencils that they use in tandem to create all these, beautifully rich panels that you see, why their colors are so vibrant and everything. And this extended to every skin tone, not just black and brown, like I was saying. And, their stuff that they did changed the game for all comics, not just, that's what I'm getting at. And it was Milestone's way of owning and controlling how their books were printed as well, and their characters were seen. And representation matters is a well-worn statement, but Milestone goes above and beyond, and it, sort of devised a way to actively achieve representation in their daily work. And it's, the Dakotaverse remains an inclusive fictional universe, actively representing more than just black people and their stories. Dwayne McDuffie and his team wrote characters with all the range of backgrounds, including people of LGBT community, Latino community, Asian communities, making Milestone a contemporary, company, even by today's standards. And this is back in the 90s I'm talking about. And writers like Ivan Valles Jr. were brought on to help create the new inclusive characters like Blood Syndicate's Masquerade and Fade. Masquerade is a transgender superhero, like Stu was talking about, able to transform into any animal or object, and Fade is a gay man with the power of flight and intangibility.
Oh shit! Wait. So you basically had a transgender Manimal.
Yeah.
You remember Manimal?
yeah, and Beast Boy.
Oh my God, I'm old, folks. Look, I'm not even talking about Beast Boy. I'm talking about Manimal.
You talking about Manimal? You took it way back.
Way back. One season. But it was a cool show.
It was. It was. But age, man.
God damn.
Hey, we old up in here, bro. I'm 40. I just turned 44 in June.
It's all right, but you guys dye your beard. I don't.
I never dye shit. I got gray. I rock my grays, bro.
Yeah. If you want to trigger some men, that's all you gotta say. You dye your shit. They're like, yo, what are you talking about? That's all you gotta do. Trigger men. Like, what are you talking about? This is not going on. Yo, you see this?
All of us agree, like, man, what you talking about?
But,
yeah, bro.
How many messed in my job? That's the love.
I turned 44 a month after you.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
But, you know, it's real cool to be this age and still enjoy what we enjoy from, like, you know, our childhood. We have a deeper understanding and respect for it. And just like, you know, y'all talking about going with the old Milestone and G.I. Joe and Transform, all the stuff that we enjoyed as kids in our youth, we still enjoy that today. And they're like, you know, we look at it now, like back then, you became teenage, like, oh, you put all that stuff aside, blah, blah, because it's not cool and everything. But now you see
girls
people.
came.
Now it's like, you know, you see everybody from all walks of life, all ages, getting into stuff like this, you know, whether it's a comic book or geek related, whatever they geek out about. Your geekdom is your geekdom, you know.
Right.
And just like with,
and look, everybody, look, ain't nobody in this panel, no cliche, stereotypical, you know what I'm saying, obese, super geek, you know what I'm saying? Nah, that's not how we rocking. Spade is a damn wrestler. You know what I'm saying? You know, bro, we listen, man. It's not
I'm gonna be modeling on some bear runs for you guys over the weekend. Like those stands are looking good. Don't you worry, I got you guys.
Check him out.
Love it.
But yeah, man. Speaking of Method Man, earlier, they did this article, Method Man battling depression, is silently battling depression, and I was just reading.
What are you depressed about, homie? You working with power, making some money, good stuff. You know, you got music career. You probably got ladies throwing their panties at you all the time. What are you talking about?
100%. It says that's how it starts out. It says while women were fawning over the hip hop icon, he was learning to love himself. And it says when Method Man entered the rap game as a member of the Wu-Tang Clan in the early 90s, his star power was undeniable. The bravado and lyricism on songs like, you know, tracks like Wu-Tang, Enter the 36 Chambers stand out alongside Notorious Big and LL earned him street cred. Portraying the emotionally intelligent thug on Mary J. Blige's duet, I'll Be There For You and All I Need to Get By, catapulted him into sex symbol status against his will. Meth didn't like that shit, bro. Meth didn't like that sex symbol. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't down with that. He said it went from his childhood joy to his euphoric feeling of celebrity to feel inadequate and not good enough, he said.
Oh, wow.
Not even knowing that I've been depressed since I was a youngster, a lot of PTSD that I never dealt with before started resurfacing. As I didn't know any of this. His brother, it says, despite his prime health, during his prime, health was an afterthought. He says stardom became being shuttled from one place to place for album promos and performances, guzzling fast food all along the way, with a youthfully fast metabolism shielding him from seeing any physical effects from his unhealthy lifestyle. But as we know, that shit fucks your mind up. You can't just live on fast food and shit. Junk food is you know. But he said his Wu-Tang brother Ghostface Killer was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes in '96. We know that because he talked about it all the time.
Wait. Is it diabetes or diabetes? Like, remember that
diabetes. But he said Ghostface was the first guy that really went on the fitness shit, and a lot of it had to do with his illness. Meth overcame his issues and went sober by paying better attention to his health. That included treating his 18-month battle. Went sober. He said,
"Sober how? Sober? No, even weed either, because that's what he's known for."
You know he smoked, bro. You know he still smoked. He
so
said,
then what's sober then? When people talk about sober, you telling me you're not drinking no more?
Alcohol, because of, like, you know, as we know, marijuana does not affect your body like alcohol does. Alcohol definitely tears down your body.
I got it, but then decided I take my beer soon. I gotta stop. Even I'm recognizing that, and I'm listening to a lot of shit. And like, you know what?
At our age, bro,
I like to combo. I like to combo. That's my whole issue. I like to smoke. I like to have a drink, you know, and have that vibe, because then it balances out. And I'm even allowed a Puerto Rican. You know what I mean? But you know, but yeah, I see that journey, and folks, yeah, for real. I mean, please join me in this journey. I gotta chill too. I know I've been having my sips, but I don't do this. I just, you know, I got invited to that. I've had a great day. I was like, you know what, I want to celebrate today, but I normally don't. I've actually stopped drinking for a bit. So
yeah, man,
I had a good day. You know what I mean? Like, you know what, I'm gonna hang out with my people. We're gonna talk about some amazing stuff today.
You know what happens though, Al? We get into like this. What happens? We have a good day and shit be so good and we're feeling good, and then it's like, oh, I'm feeling so good. You know what? I'm gonna drink too, cause like it's like we drink when we're sad and depressed and shit ain't right. You know, fuck it, I'm gonna have a drink.
No, I can't do that. I get too emo. Forget about it.
Yeah,
that's where I stop. It's like I recognize that because again, ladies, you know, when you put your man through some stuff, you know, they sometimes go to that bottle and they get in the emotions, and that's the most dangerous thing in the world. A man in the emotions. You don't want that shit.
You don't want it.
You want a logical man that's rational and thinks, not that man that drinks that is gonna drop the logical and go with the feelings and oops, oh shit. I'm just coming from experience. I'm a 48-year-old man. I've been through it. I've seen things. I've felt things. You know, just fellas, drop the bottle. Stay with, you know, if you're gonna do anything to vice, you know, have a smoke. Because if anything, you're gonna want to take a nap. Especially at my age. You smoke, you want to go to bed. Like, wait a minute, this shit fucked me up. I gotta go sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Bro, alcohol. I don't drink no more. Like I drank when I was a teenager and shit. All the 40s and shit. Of course, we went through all that stage and shit. But as I got older, I stopped drinking because I realized, man, why am I drinking? Like to be social. I don't fucking like this shit, bro. I don't like how it makes me feel. I don't like being dehydrated the next day, having a fucking headache. I don't like throwing up. I don't like it.
Reno, you know, since this is sixth element of hip hop, let's give it a hip hop twist. The reason that I've been thinking more and more so is because the 50 Cent's book, you know what I mean? And it was like it has to do about the art of hustling. And one of them is like, he goes to bars and he walks around with a cup of ice, you know, with a drink in it. You know what that drink is? Water. Everybody think he's drinking vodka or some shit. He goes, no, bro. While all these rich MFers are getting drunk, be the sober one in the room, absorbing all the ideas and watching.
And watch, bro.
You know, so in that cup, have that water. You know what I mean? That good water. Absorb what everybody's telling you. Smile.
That's a great
act if you like fucked up. If that's the case, act the part.
Yeah.
There we go.
Water, baby. Water and Gatorade is all I drink. And that's a great book that you mentioned. This is another one, Diary Madman by Brad Jordan.
Oh, I gotta read that. I gotta read that.
The other one that I just read that's super dope is Raekwon's book.
Really?
Staircase to Stage.
Stop lying.
Fire, bro. Staircase to Stage.
These guys got books out.
Bro, I read Rakim's Don't Sweat the Technique. Bro, Rakim shit is phenomenal.
Bro, they just dropped some new kicks. They dropped some Rakim kicks, bro. That on the style of Ewing's. Oh my god, yo. Fire.
Oh no.
Fire.
Damn,
if y'all into kicks, man, you gotta see them Rakims in the style of Ewing's. Yo, them shit is fire.
Kicks would make me go broke.
You and me both, bro. That's what I'm saying. Being a single man now, what bills? What wife? Let's go.
We all in the no wife club.
The no way NWF. Wait, NWC.
Listen.
No way. Let's do it. Fuck the NWO. NWC.
No NWC.
I know. You know who needs no ma'am is the NWC. Remember no ma'am? Remember no ma'am?
Yeah. And listen. We did the wife thing. All of us had wives now. Don't sweat us like we undesirable. I was married since 1999, bro. I did 22 years. I did a serious bid.
I did 25 and then another 3. So as my friends used to say that if you're married that long, you must be given the good there's not. So ladies and gentlemen, yes.
I mean, hey, you know, I can only.
I had 2 marriages, so it's a total of 7 years, and I'm just like,
Hey,
wait, 2 7 years?
2 in a total of 7 years. Not 2 in a 7-year span, but my marriage is totaled up to 7 years.
Right.
Oh wow,
like
bro! I mean, you're still a rookie compared to me and Reno. We're veterans, man. Fuck that. We're war veterans of World War II, son.
Y'all have been in the game. I'm still on the bench.
You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm retired. I'm getting ready to go coach. Fuck it, my son just turned 19. Hey,
don't do it, son. Don't do it, son.
Yeah, my son just graduated. It's about time to
Yeah,
to pass it
graduated from
on.
life. Don't do it, bro. Make sure she the right one. Not for nothing. I mean, I love mine, but things change, and not for
Of
nothing.
course.
When you're a content creator, this is my advice. As content creators, it's like, if you're a single man right now, or a single woman, whatever you are, do your shit now. Create your brand now while you're single, because the problem is that if you try to create it while you're with them, you're taking time from them, and then they're gonna feel a type of way against your own brand. Like, even though you're building something that's gonna be a benefit to them,
They
they don't
can't see it.
understand. They don't see it exactly, and then you're the bad guy. You're the bad
Yep.
person.
And
Oh,
then
you
your
give
brand
too
is
much
the
time
bad
to
guy
them.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then your
So,
brand is evil.
and that's where I failed, because again, apparently I gave too much. But again, I had a schedule. I was giving time, but I guess not enough. I'm like, really? I mean, like, in all these years, we're trying to do something. I'm finally reaching that level, and now is the time you decide to make this decision. You feel me? Like, I find that to be crazy, but no problem. Whatever makes you happy at the end of the day. If I wasn't in it, is what it is, and what I mean. I'm always going to be
Just
here for the people
don't let it
I need to be here for. You feel me?
don't let it be a speed bump to your progress.
Absolutely not.
Right.
I've continued to work, and people have been impressed when I've sold them after the fact. They're like, "What? That's what you went through?" Especially when it happened. Like, I was still doing podcasts, and nobody knew, like, saw us change in my energy. So that's what I'm saying. Like, always separate your personal from your business, from your work, whatever it is, and deal with your things accordingly. And but don't show it. But even if you want to share your
Right.
story, share it, and that's okay. You know what I mean? I'm openly sharing this here probably for the first time ever, to be honest.
Yep.
I mean,
Right.
because again,
Okay.
we're like you said, we're going through things, but that allows the freedom, Wepa! A freedom to
Bro.
create, and that's what I've
The
been having
amount
a blast with.
Hey, look, speaking of
the
freedom,
amount of
I gotta get ready to roll too, because I'm like, this pizza just showed up, so I'm gonna dive into it.
I,
you can't buy. Hey, I feel you.
I want that pizza, bro, right now. But it ain't New York, bro. You ain't in New York, so you're not getting good pizza. It's okay.
No, it ain't New York, but
You
it's a
just getting
Marco's.
Pizza Hut,
Look, it's a
Domino's
Marco's
bullshit.
pizza and Hawaiian chicken. What I ordered, so I'm gonna tear this shit
Wait,
up.
listen, brother. I like you, bro, but now that you told me Hawaiian, I do not believe in no pineapples on goddamn pizza. That's horrible.
Hold on, Al. No, I got you, Spade. Pineapples is all day.
Hell no, and I don't know pizza.
You know
You
what I
guys are
don't do?
crazy,
You
bro.
know what I don't? I don't fuck with ham on pizza and none of that shit. I don't like that Hawaiian. But pepperonis and pineapples together?
What?
I'm telling you, bro, fuck with it. Try it one time.
Pineapples on pizza pretty damn good.
You know what? I want to do a taste test
It
and blame
hits,
Reno
bro.
if I throw up. No problem.
It hits. Shit you not. Yo, shout out to my man Marshall Warpath in the building. He said, "I'll make you a small wager in tomorrow's paper. Who would the odds favor?" What are we talking about?
Are we talking about that fight tonight?
Oh, is that what we talking about?
I think there's a fight tonight.
Oh no, I know it's WWE SummerSlam finna come on, so I'm finna eat this piece and tune in to it.
Oh no, that's the.
He said, "I'll be in tomorrow's paper." He said, "I'll make you smart." He said, "I'll be in tomorrow's paper." Who would the odds favor?
All right, Marshall. So whatever you
Marshall, break it down.
I hope you beat their ass. Beat their ass if it's a fight. Let's get it done, bro. We with you, Marshall. Yeah, the elbow. Like, do that Mike Tyson.
Drop a bomb on him.
Punch elbow.
Drop bombs on him, y'all.
Awesome.
But yo, it was good to be on here and kick it with y'all two brothers again.
Yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate it, guys. Appreciate y'all for coming on, man. And y'all already know how we do. Every Monday, every Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are live. Come, join, kick it. Listen, on Instagram, I am 6th_element_hip_hop. Yeah, 6th element of hip hop separated by underscores. Hit me up, and if you ever want to be on the show as a guest, join the panel, and that's how we're doing interactive shit, man. Hit me up and chop it up with us. That bar from Eminem's Darkness. Oh, I don't know that one, man. But you know what I was about to talk about earlier was he just did a song with who is it? That guy he just signed the dude, Easy Mill. He just signed a dude in the song he did. All right, Spade, my bad, bro.
Peace, bro.
Peace, my brother.
Peace, bro. Thank you.
Bro? Who the hell is Easy Mill?
So later in the month, hip hop will formally celebrate the 50th anniversary, and the genre still has a lot of room to grow. And Eminem, alongside Dr. Dre, are doing their work to usher in the generation, this Gen Z, this next generation of talent. You know what I'm saying? And Shady Records and Aftermath Entertainment's latest signee is Easy Mill, is the byproduct of their cultivation. And Easy Mill's latest single, Realist, is you know what I'm saying? M is on it, and he says some just dope shit. I want to get the whole lyrics, but it's something I know he said, guess I've really no right to complain. He said, guess I've really no right to complain much. Hip hop has been good to me, huh? But when they say that I'm only top 5 because I'm white, why would I be stunned? My skin color's still working against me. What? Because second, I should be to none. Being white ain't why they put me at the top 5. Nope, it's why they can't put me at 1. Dog, the bars is crazy.
Yeah, really, man, but why he's challenging like that? Because I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of POC that could rip him a new one.
Bro, he goes. He goes. That's just the beginning of that verse. He goes a little bit deeper, and he is kind of going at not POC, but other rappers. Other rap, it is POC. It is because there's other rappers that talk shit. Yeah, it is.
Once you mention your own color and feel a type of way, you are making it a racial issue. And then, all right, so then let's make it a fucking race war battle. That's what you want. And real talk. No white rapper is gonna fuck with a POC. Eminem is just a fast rapper, but you put him against the other. What's his homie? What's his name? That's a fast rapper.
Royce.
No, before the old school. Oh, God damn it. Now he's a puppeteer, yo.
Of Eminem's homeboy?
The fastest rapper in the world. What's his name?
Oh, Twista?
Yeah. You put a Twista against Eminem.
Oh, yeah. Listen, M's thing, people think he's his thing is not that he's a fast rapper. It's the way he
tells a good story as well.
He's a syllable rapper.
And
like,
he tells a good story in his raps, but like, nonetheless, no, but
Mom Spaghetti on his sweater already, like, I was walking by with a Walkman on when I caught a guy, give me an awkward eye, like that kind of shit. It's like he's syllable.
Like me saying, huevo, para que tú sepas, yo soy amigo boy de Isabela, para que tú sepas, yo soy respeta. You know what I mean? I get it. Everybody just keep going with it. But I get it. Yeah, Easy Mill, he spits fast, but the spitting fast.
Yeah, I think he's Filipino though. He's not black. He's the thing about Easy Mill. He's Filipino or something.
But at the end of the day, just because you're a fast rapper doesn't mean you're an ill rapper.
No, definitely not. Let's not ever fucking say that shit. Because
I don't believe that.
But Busta Rhymes is a phenomenal rapper and he's a fast rapper. Twista's a phenomenal rapper. Fast
rapper. Busta could go slow and fast.
Yeah, Twista's one that just really raps fast. But then you got Bone. Crazy Bone and Busy Bone.
Oh God, no, please.
That's
just stuff. That ain't for me, Reno. I ain't like that West. That was the only West I ain't like.
To me, I liked Bone on Thuggish Ruggish. It's their second album, but it's the first album anybody knows about. That album I liked when they came out with Crossroads.
I hear you. Like the first album, who thought about it? But the second album is the one everybody knows.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. And but when they did the Crossroad joints, that I didn't really. Oh, that's dope. I wasn't really into that. But yeah. Compound syllables. That's what I'm saying. That's Eminem's thing. That's his joint. But he goes in. It kind of was relevant to our discussion, but the flip side of it, you know what I'm saying? But the hip hop aspect. Yeah, man.
Years, isn't that crazy? 50 years of hip hop. Beautiful thing. Another 50 years, another 100. Let's go, people. It's come through with the creativity, but I think it needs to get back to kind of its basics again, because I think it's losing its narrative, and a lot of the youth is be bugging out, yo. I mean that new style. I mean, you're not really saying that drill. That's not hip. That's not. That's just
I'm glad you said that, bro. I'm glad you said that because I'm glad you said that because he says something else on the song. That's what I wanted. He says something about Gen Z and that kind of thing that you were talking about. Let me see if I can find the lyrics though, because it's dope.
Yeah, I mean, I've been listening. I mean, yes, a lot of folks is talented, but that's not hip hop. Stop, and then that mumble and all this, and like, yeah, y'all losing, and then you're allowing the corporate entity to direct the medium, and talk about some shit that doesn't. Why are we talking about stuff like this to this day? Why can't we use the empowerment again? It's like they're using our own stuff against us in a negative way. We're allowing these media labels to do that, or whatever.
Right.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist, folks. I'm just saying, just being in the game for a minute, things that I see. That's my opinion, and none of it is fact. That's on you to believe if it's real or not.
Yeah.
But I'm talking.
He said I was spitting before my mother's water broke. It's not even close, you bitch. I'm by far the GOAT. Gen Zers acting like rap experts. Zip up your gaps and close your mouths. Bitch, you ain't been on this planet long enough to tell me how rap's supposed to sound. Y'all need to stick with what you do best, shooting up schools. Yeah, go load up the rounds.
Oh, fuck.
If your parent, he said, in your parents' gats and go to class and let off with the strap and go to town. Yeah, shout to the Furious 5 and Grandmaster Flash, but boy, what up, though?
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. He wilding though. He funny dude. To me, Eminem is like a joke. I always thought of him as a joke rapper. When I first heard his music, I heard the Slim Shady song on the radio, and I thought it was the disc jockey doing a funny joke rap. Like they do,
Yeah, I hear you.
I didn't think it was serious. Never until and once I realized it was.
That's what media wants, and that's what they want to push. And that's it is what it is. It's fine. We're still here, and we're still surviving, and it is what it is. But and even I gotta go too, because I'm about to party with my man. Brother, my man Clef CX birthday, so we're about to go to arcade, Worcester, Massachusetts. It's a cool spot, Reno. When you visit out here, we're gonna go to this spot, Reno, when you visit me,
bro.
It's a club that has, you pay one price like $10, and it has free arcade games. From new to old, you don't pay $1 for the arcade game.
What?
It has a DJ. It has inside and outside. It has an outside spot that has live performances for you to chill, and then obviously it has liquor and drinks at a reasonable price. So it's like you can have a great time, play old school video games, listen to great music, and party hard. And all pop culturally involved. I mean, you'll be in a safe space in Worcester, Massachusetts. Wonderful, bro.
Hell yeah, bro. I'm definitely
I can't wait.
down.
I went there once, and you when you come out here, you coming down. But I'm gonna take you, and we're gonna have a blast. So that way we could play the X-Men game. They have the X-Men game, the 4-player.
Hell yeah, that was my shit.
We're gonna play there all night. Brother, we're gonna smoke our asses off and then hook up on that goddamn game and finish it.
I'm ready.
And finish.
I'm ready, bro.
Let's go, Reno.
Let's go.
Woo!
Y'all, it's Sixth Element of Hip Hop, man. This is our show. We here every Monday and Saturday at 7 p.m. So check us out. Like I said, you can find me on Instagram, Sixth Element of Hip Hop, separated by underscores. Al Mega, shout out to the Comic Crusaders. Al, tell them where to find you.
Simple. You can find me at the Real Al Mega at all socials, and you can follow my wonderful team and brand at Comic Crusaders everywhere. On YouTube, it's Comic Crusaders World, because it's a united world of a whole bunch of stuff. So check it out. We cover everything. It's not just comics, folks. It's independent creation to the core. Let's go.
Boom. Peace.